Who is your favorite trading hero? Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. Married her, divorced her. If they aren't like this, I don't want it. Please, I need you, I'm sorry. Okay, I guess I have nothing left. I love you, let me explain. Now, please, add me back so I can tell you. Worst she can say is no. Ew, I thought you were gay. Find a guy that holds your arm, walks with you, and opens the car door. My grandma doesn't even realize how good she is at posting. I've been hacked, yay! It's a trap, she just wants more food. Sorry I got mad when I was hungry. What the hell are you smiling for? You've got work tomorrow. He's clearly not impressed. Nice cage, who's it for? I built him a new cage. I'm at the hospital and she told me I need to calm down on the snacks. The hell? She's trying to get me to throw these out. Back me up, guys. These are still good. Even though road don't mess with me. No. Sometimes I treat myself a little. There's a golf course besides the Pyramid of Giza. I thought that was in the middle of a flipping desert. At Costco. Any request? My beautiful wife home safely. When someone tells me to calm down, but I didn't even crash out yet. How time be going during the weekend. Felt like a time traveler. Apparently it's still a DUI even if you're the birthday boy. No, they just don't know it's your birthday. If you tell them, they'll let you off. T-Series versus PewDiePie was 24 years ago. Animals react to seeing themselves for the first time in a mirror. Wearing the skin of your enemy is wild. Used to be a Pizza Hut. It's now a Domino's. I could never comprehend the male mind. Draw the steps on how to make steak. What? What is 9 plus 10? 21. This teacher is not educated. I'm really sorry. They got me driving 14 hours a day in this thing. And also I'm a dog. This guy wants you to believe that Assassin's Creed Shadows is disrespectful to Japanese people. Fun fact, dude lost weight and scored a Japanese girl. He's 100% more competent to educate about Japan than jokes like you. The hacker who doesn't understand why he can't see my password. Me, who set my password as 8 asterisks. Sir, your Balenciaga fit is so fire. Excuse me, I'm homeless. Tell me a story about yourself that sounds like a lie but is absolutely true. I was suspended on my first day of kindergarten for pulling the fire alarm. Why did I pull the alarm? Because I was learning how to read and noticed that the fire alarm said, pull down. 90 days. Suspended for 90 days. Mum was interviewed for local news and everything. Art just became accessible. Cooking just became accessible. Do not drink the MasterCard mouse water. Why not? A server made a viral TikTok showing how boomers versus Gen Zs leave tables in restaurants. Yes, but no elbows on the table. How it feels to say, let me see, after they showed everyone but you. I think they just don't like you. Graphic designers reacting to ChatGPT images right now. This is fine. His arm and his leg, they're the same. POV. Not one day goes by without wishing this could happen to my back. When you're 5 hers in and you still can't hear them. Girl at my job put her 2 weeks in last week and hasn't given a single damn since. How mums wake up when you tap their shoulder once. POV. Smiling at old people to let them know I'm not a gangster. I'm about to start walking to the airport and get on any flight I want. I work for Spirit. Yes, I'm also in first class. I'm on break for the whole flight. Your TV was successfully mounted, sir. I'm done. Why are those legs there? In case it falls off the wall, it will land on its feet. When you didn't get enough sleep, so everything gets you mad. Thoughts? 2009, 2025. Toontown warned us. Is this the helpline for gamblers? Yes. What do I do on a 16 when the dealer is showing 7? Pretty sure my career counselor forgot to mention floating barbecue master as an option. Parents be like, you got mail which I checked and opened. Don't worry, it's definitely for you. I read it. For my next trick, I will turn this entire bottle of wine into regretful texts. Consider this a warning. This is the most perfect burger I've ever seen. Humans are so powerful, they become powerless if they believe themselves to be powerless. Saw a celebrity at the gas station last night. It's a pickle. Everyone knows pickle. Why did humans stop building wonders? We didn't. 20 cigarettes adapter. How teachers feel after winning an argument against a sleep-deprived 14-year-old at 8:24 a.m. Fifth wheel used to aid in parallel parking in 1933. Why was this technology abandoned? Just cook the food, bro. Boss battle. This is how men in love see the world. Nothing but her. This isn't even a funny meme. What is this? Why did I download this? On God, I'm about to crash out. Could we have Apple, Google, and OpenAI working together to give us Google Glasses tech with a Ghibli switch? Please. Wally was not pessimistic enough about humans. Why does this look like it's a screenshot from Oblivion? How guys feel after taking 1 semester of welding. I bring a sort of driving the speed limit vibe to school zones that cars behind me don't really like. Kids have crushes, men have girlfriends. I got a jar of dirt. I don't have a jar of dirt. Low-key, my job at the moving company is making me really strong, and it's awesome to be in great shape. I can't wait to use my new power to hurt and— What? This is how you know I pulled up to the function. I'm here. What the hell did they do to him? Before University of Waterloo and after. The Rizzler when he's 19 and still doing the Riz its face. Why does nobody like it? You can just tell when someone's never had a job that made them mop. I feel bad for the baby Ghast. Same guys executing villagers because of the wrong enchantment. Coca-Cola can clean rust off a car. Okay, good. I don't want rust in my stomach. When you click reload, as soon as the website loaded, I could devour a head of lettuce right now. Bunnies liked your post. What? Truck broke down again. Gotta take the jack to the auto parts store. It does look much better than a man bun, to be fair. This controversial mullet is going viral on Instagram for all the wrong reasons. This does not look better. If not throwable, why throwable shape? Walk today. Bro lives in the Truman Show. Apparently Target doesn't have a daycare, and I gave my daughter to a complete stranger. Me arriving to the function, wearing my invisible tungsten hat. Me acting fine after getting hit in the face with a ball in PE. Tornado warning. Nah, I'm warning the tornado. In this terrifying world, you continuously have the power to offer someone else a little relief. Why would you withhold that? Do you remember what a little relief feels like? It feels like a lot. Bro, my girl just went through my phone. Oh, dang, you're caught, huh? No, bro, we're caught. She read the group chat. She's on the phone with your girl. Me cheat. I pushed the fur out of my plushie's eyes so they can see better. My wife sent me out for breakfast eggs. I thought I got a deal. I bought her 10 cartons. Boy, she is boiling. Count confetti eggs. You already know people bought these thinking they were actual eggs. When I arrived to the loser competition, and the opponent is me when I'm in love, found the stick to end all sticks. Might as well go to the hardware store and buy a dowel. Bamboo in a perfect stick contest. What a joke it is. No, somebody had to snitch because how? Centerboards are too perfect. I haul lumber. I think they also use an X-ray. It's a pumpkin beer and a 250 million year old fossil kind of night. They had no idea they'd be meeting each other. You're a police detective and you just cracked the biggest case of your career. Suspect says this to you. I've never murdered anyone in my life. The decisions are up to them. How do you respond without sounding mad? Ask them to explain. Born in 2000. Born in 1999. He's just a kid, no older than my son. Grandpa. There was no autism back in my day. Grandpa. Here's where I keep assorted lengths of wire. Oh yeah, did you know that the green one actually tastes of apples? The packaging said there would be 300. A man writes a letter to a factory. I've been counting matches in your boxes for 11 years. Sometimes there is 59, sometimes 60, and sometimes 58. Are you all insane over there? I played against this guy at a recent tournament. Nice high beams, bro. Do you want to see an unregistered firearm? Sure. I want to protect it. Agree. I want to see it grow healthy. Okay, why are you agreeing so much? In 1985, this man saved a plane by fixing the landing gear on a moving car. Screw a breakup. You ever take your car to a mechanic and he says whoever worked on it last is stupid, so you just gotta sit there and act like it wasn't you. I can sting, but I will die. I can sting, but I won't. Wasps are just demons. Don't know what this Wojak is supposed to be, but I hate it. Yeah, can I get an iced regular and strawberry frosted? The New York diner that went viral for serving Coke the old-fashioned way turns 100 this year. In America, old-fashioned means 100 years old. I wake up to this sinister smile every morning. Are they ever gonna explain why the cat looks like a pervert? It's called Studio Ghibli prompting. There's a vibe to it. Tesla Cybertruck hit with 8th recall due to glued-on body panels just kind of flying off when you play their favorite song 2 months before it's their favorite song. When are you off? Sunday? Oh, I feel like you've got an attitude the way you said Sunday. My name is Bean. I eat peanut butter and jelly English muffins for 3 meals a day. Back in February, my mum bought 72 of your peanut butter when it was on sale for 78 cents a jar. I numbered each jar. I'm now on jar 72. My mum says it's time for you to have another peanut butter sale. Thanks for your help, Bean. We've got 72 jars on your way. If you get 72,000 retweets, we'll give you a lifetime supply. Considering offer. In the meantime, while we're at dangerously low little peanut butter levels, where can we pick up our 72 jars? Financially illiterate people. When DoorDash adds a buy now, pay later feature and can finally pay off Wingstop at a 2.39 APR for 36 months. When my family told me nobody was going to put up with my crap, but my boyfriend literally spoon-fed me soup because my fever made me so cold and shaky that I didn't want to get out from under my blanket. I don't know why, but I lie about everything. What are you eating? Pizza? Us. You're the sparkly blue one because you're special to me. Now I understand why the safari tour was so cheap. Double barrel shaboing boings with no condiments is insane. Anyone here know any spells to prevent the miniature Yggdrasil from flying away? I had to chain up mine. How the friend who's already seen the movie looks at you right before the plot twist hits. After a grueling day of work, Judy Hopps of Disney's Zootopia only had a microwavable dinner to look forward to. This was the realest scene in the movie. Harry Potter in the movies, Harry Potter in the books. Holy heck, I'm training a Zoomer kid to use the computer at work, and it's exactly like training a boomer. There is exactly one generation that can rotate a PDF and there will never be another. The knowledge dies with us. Strength. I have damage. Intelligence. I think I have damage. Faith. faith. I believe I have damage. If you tell me you're from the Midwest, this is what I assume your hometown looks like. In my head, a lot of these small towns in America, yeah, this is what I picture. Something like this. A real life video game. A man who wants to have fun crossing the overpass. Full of Mediterranean diet. My cat doesn't like fish. My cat has a really weird diet. She's just too picky. She likes wet food and a few biscuits, and that's it. Those potatoes you forgot in the cupboard for a month. Prevent workplace injury. Let some other person get it. My wife was feeling pretty confident walking into divorce court, but she didn't know I had pictures. Gonna start repeating jokes when they don't land. Bro, you're gonna laugh today. Gonna start repeating jokes when they don't land. You're gonna laugh today. On the topic of I can't believe that wasn't Jack Black. I can't believe this was Jack Black. Young Jack Black looked like that one dude in the back of class that knew a little too much about World War II when your boss hits you up on your day off. Hey, nope, already drinking. At 10 a.m. What to do if I have theories? I contacted a college and they ignored me. My friend said she can't hang out this week because she just gave birth. You've known the baby for one day and me 12 years, but okay, she's fake. Get her out of your life. Burnout was months ago. I don't know what this state is. I'm in this what I like to call ashes in the wind. It's after burnout, when the wind kind of just rolls you along because God forbid his hair get wet. Yes, I know it's for the ears, relax, Mountain Dew. Today is 4 years since our dad passed away. We think of him every day and miss him lots. He was the best dad ever. I just got so emotional at this I started sobbing. What do you mean the Voro twins have experienced sadness? Alien radio trillions of light years away catches a single Lil Jon Ye inspecting my green. Yep, that's green. I wish everyone a snorkeling cat from Katamari. Bro folded. Do not text her. It doesn't say anything about calling her. I'm pregnant. Really? I'm so happy. I've been wanting to be a dad for a while. I'm very scared. How am I going to tell my husband? Peter, please advise me on what to do. What? This is Mark, your husband. You slept with my brother? What? You can be sick and still use electronics. My parents? No, you can't. My parents didn't mind. What do you think is being over-sexualized for no reason? This tree looks like a beautiful lady. POV. Looking at bro after 2 10 out of 10s asked, are you guys single? And he goes, nah, we're together. Life has to get better at some point. I have hope. How are you a grown man with no cellular data? I'm Crayon, bro. I just took a bunch of money from you for a random subscription. You got $12 to your name, bro. Would you still love me if I was a worm? Shout out to video game merchants. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. Nobody. Me during math. You get 26. It's closer to 125, so I'm gonna choose 125. Almost forgot to buy carrots. Glad I saw your post. I'm so lonely. Why must I live this life alone in solitude? Don't touch me. Will this loneliness ever end? The genie looking at me after I wish for invisibility, time freeze, and untraceable DNA. Me. The scrambled eggs I'm eating. Sudden dislike of I could never dislike eggs. I love them too much. These are the two kinds of people in the world, and they marry each other. I've never done the deed with a man and thought, wow, I want to have his baby. Never. You've got 4 kids. They got blocked. I think I've read this before. Fairy tales do not tell children that dragons exist. Children already know that dragons exist. Fairy tales tell children that dragons can be killed. How I look at the doctor next to me on a plane who claims they've cured cancer and are heading to receive their prize. What? You're joking, right? Psychology may just be like, damn, I can't even be mad at you because I know why you reacted the way you did. Papa John was so generous. He gave us the pizza pan too. Look at my new dishes. They are incredible. Why am I deeply satisfied by these dishes? Person who hacked my credit card emailed me asking why I cancelled his flight. Why was my flight cancelled? Could you please respond? I have a family event to attend. Thank you for your time. Travis. Shut up, Travis. Commenting, it's AI. Look at the hands. They're all messed up. On a photo my high school ex took of her newborn This is truly evil. Zach, good job. My ex is still logged into Twitter on my phone. I could be cliche and tweet, I'm a douche. No, instead, every few days I will tweet something he would totally say, but he will never remember tweeting it. Slowly, the slightly out of place tweets will drive him insane. Victory. This would drive me insane. How 10-year-old me felt after the unpaid kebab worker called me boss man. Well, the boss man I used to go to has died. Rest in peace, boss bad. If I ever found that a small mouse lived in my home, and he had a small archway in the wall, lived in there with small, real furniture, and he ventured out nightly to get 1 olive or a small wedge of cheese, I would stop at nothing to end his life. You're so mean, Mike. I would spare no expense. The worst date you've ever been on? She recommended a restaurant where she apparently had beef with 3 of the bartenders, and they jumped her like 10 minutes after we sat down. You were supposed to back her up. Head empty, only thinking about how Alan Alda met his wife. In 1956, while attending Fordham, Alda met Arlene Weiss, who was attending Hunter College. They bonded bonded at a mutual's dinner party when a rum cake accidentally fell onto the floor kitchen. They were the only two guests who did not hesitate to eat it. Girls only want one thing. Oh, to be a fairy taking a nap on a flower. My dad was talking to this dude once and he was like, oh, I like old music. And my dad, being a music critic, was like, oh, really? Expecting it to be like the Beatles or something. Turns out this guy liked listening to the earliest forms of recorded sound from the 1800s on the original machinery. Favorite new type of guy. Supposedly the fastest way to get a guy to fall in love with you is wearing a milkmaid dress. Can anyone confirm? If you're a girl and you want to make anyone fall in love, do this. Why did this baby want to hold my hand or flight? Like, would not let go. We were deplaning and she was still holding my hand. Something that changed my brain chemistry is when I learned about how fundamental the first 5 years of a child's life is. Every single interaction is contributing to their worldview that they will carry for the rest of their whole life. This woman just told her the world is a kind place. If I die while flying, don't pull the "he died with a smile." I misjudged my climb rate in a high density altitude environment. I said whoopsies and went into the trees like a man. One of the 8th graders I tutor was listening to Weezer today and I was like, nice music, I love Weezer. And she said, yeah, I'm pretty into classic rock. I feel like I'm in the wrong generation. I've never felt more attacked. Built a crane to loom over my friend's base and ruin his scenic view. Why was everyone in the early 2000s doing this pose? Just looked cool. I think they were supposed to be grabbing something. I saw a post like that. I'm not sure if it's true though. Elderly lion couple that were soulmates are put to sleep at the same time, so neither of them have to live alone. Oh, this is the best way to end a video. Which Edge feature do you find yourself using the most? Microsoft Edge, the uninstall feature. Believe what you see, not what you're told. Okay, I've been told you're a genius, but I've only seen you behave like a moron. Make airlines great again. What passengers expect for 1999. Not all fat people die early. Skinny ones die too. Yeah, but I'll fit in my coffin. This man tattooing KSI all over his body 160 times plus told us he won't stop until he gets a call from the YouTuber. Show this to Optimus Prime and he would never have a speech about hope for humanity ever again. The person that called the police is a hero in my book. Your book has 4 pages in large font. Do you accept insults, you absolute buffoon? Buffoon! A moron who thinks he is smarter than others but cannot spell the word buffoon. Oh no. Lunar eclipses are so unspectacular that if nobody told you what was happening to the moon, you would probably not notice at all. Just saying. Sir, this is a Wendy's. This question is for the boys. Boys, what makes a female instantly unattractive? Social media usage. Nothing more unattractive than a woman who is after engaging interaction on a screen over enjoying the beautiful world we live in for the short time we have. Bro says, as if he doesn't literally pay for Twitter, a free app. Doing the deed with men is rarely enjoyable. Gay dudes seem to be having a blast, so maybe it's not a man problem. I asked a girl out in college and she said, it's cute you want to date me. When I get a boyfriend, I want him to just be like you. Not you, but just like you. POV. Computer science student who decided to talk to women. Bro used POV correctly. Let's hope she didn't get pregnant because their baby would look ugly. Would that help you relate more? Women shouldn't get this angry from a man. You type like an alien who has discovered human language and is trying to use it for the first time. Elon and me. How are you the sidekick in your own fantasy? You're a loser. Females can't help but display their sexuality, even when it limits their range of motion in public safety jobs. Is she supposed to leave her butt at home? Wear her go-to-work butt? You guys in my mentions are crazy. 99% of you are sick. If 99% of people are saying the same thing, it might be time to take a look at what you're saying. If your ex texts you, I still love you, I want you back, what will your reply be? See, this is why I left you. Always texting your exes. I'm bored. I'm chalk. We should get together. Bored. Like I don't have anything to do. Not bored like a chalkboard. Learn to spell check. Oh god, I hope you don't breed. Tucker Carlson perpetually looks like a kid angry at a magician for refusing to tell him the secret behind the magic tricks. Uncomfortable truth. If you can't afford university, you shouldn't be going. Water freezes at your IQ level. After the fight, I felt this too. I pirated this fight and I still feel ripped off. We can't wait to be back. We missed you guys so much. Why do your knees look like baby ultrasound photos? Honestly, it's discrimination that they can't build wider aisles in airplanes. 2023. I bet $5 there's food in that backpack. Only food. Ah, is that where she posts her content? Why is Reddit so left-leaning? It's a text-based site, so it tends to favor the literate. Musk spent 44 billion on Twitter. The world's population is 8 billion. He could have given each person 5 billion and still had money left over. I feel like a check for 5 billion would be life-changing life-changing for most people, yet he wasted it all on Twitter. Women have worked so hard to be respected for their ability to do math, and you set us back 50 years with that one tweet. Thanks. I'd never date someone with an OF. That's such a shame because I was really hoping to go out with a boring, insecure loser. It's so funny how, if you don't want to smash me, you're a bad person, is made into some activism thing now. Like, no, people aren't insecure or bad for having dating preferences. It's an extremely normal thing to not want to date someone who does not safe for work content online. The average NBA salary is $7.7 million. NBA players living paycheck to paycheck. Blazers star CJ McCollum says a lot of players weren't financially prepared for an event like the virus shutdown. You're offered $1 million if you can name a place where nobody in history has ever done the deed. What is your answer? You know the person who invented the fake X button in mobile games? His bed. Congrats to Final Fantasy on launch. Eternal didn't quite get the love they were hoping for. Desperate measures, I guess. This is called a compliment and being polite. Things that you've probably never experienced in your life. My heart gets heavy thinking about the giant trash island in the ocean. Yeah, England is a joke. Hey! Honestly, I think you're more than fine. You're a masterpiece in my eyes. I wish cute guys would say this and not guys who look like they're out of Ark Survival. Stop lusting, you're disgusting. Let me get my 2 to 3 likes so I can go to bed happy. You look like Chance the Rapper's cousin who quit rapping to focus on his law degree and regrets it sometimes, but at the end of the day, finds fulfillment in the little things, like taking selfies and posting them on Twitter. My roomie brought a boy home at 3 AM and the first thing she did was make him fix our broken garage door and our blown fuse. She's a true innovation queen. Swap the genders. My roomie brought a girl home at 3 AM and the first thing he did was have her clean all the dishes and make him a sandwich. He's a true innovation king. Is it still funny? Yeah, sure. Name something Britain does better than anywhere else. Dude, there are no words to describe how stupid you are. There are, you just don't know them. You can be addicted to anything. My ex was addicted to pee-pee, just not mine. Microdosing just wasn't doing it for her after a while. Chinese, give us your American jokes. Please make fun of us so we can laugh. Why do you eat like your healthcare is free? Listening in on 14-year-olds on the train after school, and one of them just said, bro, you didn't try fresh basil until you were like 12. You have no credibility in this conversation. And the rest of them started roaring laughing. Why should we care? I hope your wife gives birth to a centipede and you have to spend the rest of your days slaving away to buy shoes for it. Maybe it's not always about trying to fix something broken. Maybe it's about starting over and creating something better. And that's why you have a younger brother. It would be risky if Trevor Noah was even funny. He lands around one joke for every 20. It's probably more like you only understand one joke out of every 20 presented. Imagine a grown balding man spending his life making whiny passive-aggressive videos on a kids app. Hi from Miami, love it here. Kids app? It appears your perception of TikTok has been warped because 60% of the people you follow are teenage girls. Sellout would be more accurate. Objectively, he is promoting a terrible game just for the money. Is that what the guy playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you? Drove my Cybertruck this weekend. One old lady in the car got super close on the highway and started staring at us. We thought she might hit us. One guy gave us a thumbs down. Another lady rolled down her window and started screaming. We really just ignored it all. You didn't ignore it, you wrote about it. I don't want to make a broad generalization, but you have to admit it's at least interesting that everyone who likes Elon Musk is the biggest loser you've ever met. Wow, this really blew up. I feel like one of his cars. What are British comedies? Love Island? If you want a good British comedy, look up the title of your favorite US show and type UK after. You'll be able to watch the funnier original. Try to stay followed challenge. If morning breath had a face. If I see the word gaslight one more time, I might get off the internet forever. You're not even seeing it that much. It's all in your head. Poor guy has a hole in his mask to match the one in his brain. Sometimes I do respond to my fan mail. Can you tell me what a woman is? Someone who covers their drink when they see you in a bar. What's 4chan? A place that makes Redditors look like normal people. You're in the bathroom making the most beautiful things my ears have ever heard and soul has ever felt, and I'm in the bathroom crying and pooping. You understand the purpose of a bathroom better than I do. Damn girl, you cute but 2 kids? Yikes. I don't know if I can be a stepdaddy to 2 kids. Damn boy, you ugly and with no job, no car, no money. Yikes. I don't know if I can be a mummy to another boy. Witch. Whoever said one person can't change the world never ate an undercooked bat. If only the virus had the same trajectory as your career. My cheap boyfriend bought himself the full Switch and got me the Lite. Who cares? The point is that he bought you a $200 console as a gift. It's his money. The fact he used it to buy you something and you're upset because you didn't get the $300 version speaks volumes. Not at all. Please seek out scientific and health professionals. The era of the expert is over. Sorry friend. Correction. The era of everyone thinking they're an expert expert is prevalent. My license photo. The only thing the woman who took my photo said was, "You're okay with this?" Surprised they let you select the M instead of offender. I have 8 pets. Oh, cool. What are they? 3 dogs, 5 cats. You should get a lizard. No, thank you. Are you sure? With your dry conversations, he'll feel right at home. What if, instead of a period, you just randomly laid an egg? Regular chicken egg size. There are free mental courses online. Please take all of them. If you kill somebody, they are dead. Yeah, because people die if they're killed. Eat my frick. Tagging at RedK33. Lol, I already tagged myself in it. That still doesn't change the fact that you have cigarette arms. And not just cigarette arms, but pale, Sino-wheat. Why are they getting attacked? I know kiddie pools deeper than her. She has the personality of an acai bowl. He looks like a breadstick going through a goth phase. Don't leave your birth control out. What? Go away, dad. Killer smile. The owner of Raiders, Mark Davis, said his 25-year-old girlfriend didn't know he was a billionaire. She was just attracted to his beauty. Ah, sure, buddy. If that makes you sleep well at night. She was attracted to the money. You know that. Good morning, good morning. How can he look like a camel in human form? I originally thought this said caramel, and I see caramel and camel in this guy. I understand Mr. Beast is a successful businessman, and he's going to keep launching products, but they've got to stop putting his face on them. He's the most off-putting person I've ever seen. Haunted ventriloquist dollface. How did we get from the 90s to here? People got along, nobody cared about race, life was affordable, entertainment wasn't laced with agendas, wealth was something to aspire to, not scoff at, and divisive politics hadn't permeated everything. The world was better. What happened? You must have gone through the 90s blindfolded. I wasn't even alive. He's the same guy who would say, I got kicked out of the army because I beat the hell out of the drill instructor for getting in my face, but actually got kicked out because he couldn't wake up early. This is it, lads. The worst loaf of bread I've ever made. A toddler with a skateboard could get more air in that. Jordan Peterson looks like his job is stealing blood from hospitals for Dracula. I hope you didn't spend long creating that character. I wish your parents took longer creating you. That doesn't matter. They are foreign. As someone who isn't English, I will correct you. Foreign. How can I find an app like Tinder where the girls have lower standards and there are no heavy-set girls? There isn't one. You want to meet interesting people who are interested in you? Then make yourself interesting. I am an interesting person, that's for sure. Spoken like the human equivalent to a bowl of bran flakes. I didn't even consider my language. I've used the phrases on the left too often. Instead of, did we jump the gun? Say this, did we start too soon? You strike me as a guy who waters down his mayo before he makes a sandwich. I don't want to sound ungrateful with the work you do, but you look pre-rendered. My day is just crap. What's wrong? Beer frozen, burnt my pizza and girlfriend's pregnant. You just can't pull anything out on time, can you? If this guy took his glasses off, his nose would go with them. Woman at work said I have Smeagol hands. About to hand me a poison apple looking air. New poster for Snow White in theaters on March 21st. It's insane that even in the poster, Gal Gadot looks like she can't act. Hey, why are you so sad? There's so much goodness in the world. I don't know, Sarah. Why do you have asthma? There's so much air in the world. So I'm pumping gas and all I hear is, God damn. And then another man says, yeah man, I said the same thing. And I'm acting like I don't hear neither of them. Gas is $4 a gallon and you think they were talking about you? It's literally a crossed out O. It's silent. No point in using it anyway. It's not silent. The Norwegian word for beer is ol. And they aren't ordering L's at bars like you do here on Twitter. He looks like an emo Adam Sandler. This isn't an emo Adam Sandler for like a movie role, really? Who the hell goes out to celebrate a dead person's birthday? People who were loved? Ruthless response. This person likes monkeys and I told you you like monkeys. So I think you two should talk about monkeys together. We talk about you all the time. Oh. Cardi B makes music for single moms who say, my kids are my world, when grandma has full custody. Holy, this party is straight dust. I'm going home. And look at you standing there with 0 women, taking a photo of someone with one. Gwyneth Paltrow looks like she's on trial in 1987 for hiring a hitman to kill her husband. Who are these two? Wrong answers only. Doctors. American here. Did I do it right? Be careful, mate. We eat like this because when our hearts give out, we have nationalized healthcare that covers it. Can doing the deed dolls cook your meals, have kids, wash clothes, make your home? What is it? You guys are really triggered, to be honest. Ain't no sensible man that is buying that. So, because of this stuff, you women suddenly think it's a woman's duty to cook, wash, and take care of the home? Okay, what is going on? 400. Yep, deal. When do you want to pick it up? 300. Can you give me a lower price because I'm a girl? Female makes 70 cents for every dollar a man makes. 450 because girls get out of speeding tickets. Simon Cowell fans concerned by his appearance as they don't recognize him. What happened to him? Check the comments. Looks like someone killed him and is wearing him as a suit. Grey's Anatomy has been renewed for season 21. She looks like they just told her. The way Google has become so useless that I need to add Reddit to the end of all my searches to actually get the information I'm looking for needs to be studied. Especially funny since the Reddit search function has the accuracy of a strand of hair in a Kansas tornado. Boeing is working with Elon Musk to deliver Air Force One replacements sooner. Thrilled by this super team of Boeing plus Elon plus a rush job. She looks 15 in dog years. 15 in dog years. Always go above what is required. Never ever do the minimum. Have a work ethic. Ask an employer to always pay above and beyond, or give above and beyond benefits. See what they say. Are you Samantha? I have a boyfriend, go away. I found your wallet. You left it by the counter at work, and I found your number through one of your business cards. Oh, that's awesome. Can we meet up so you can return it? I have a girlfriend, go away. Woman moment. I prefer to just call them Wom. Don't want men to be associated with them. My man's running on Intel Core i9. In Halo, a small wrist-attached grappling hook is able to latch a 1,000 kilogram suit of armor onto a 150 kilogram alien without moving it. This simply wouldn't be possible in real life. You should have been shoved into more lockers in high school. Yes, indeed. I guess no one uses gloves in that restaurant. Do they wash before cooking? Just after urinating? If anything survives a dip in 375 plus degree fryer oil, it has earned the right to kill you. You're
Grammar police, lol. I'm not grammar police. I'm a second grader, and I think grown-ups should know words instead of being ignorant idiots.
The makeup industry is destroying our young women. 100% true. Fortunately, you get to pick while you're dating. No one in an Asmongold subreddit is picking anything but their nose and butt. Zero chance they have a choice of women that resembles the one in the picture. Fantasyland. Incel vibes are crazy. My grandma is pregnant. She's only 46, so we were pretty excited at first, but now she's claiming my husband is the father. I don't know what to do. He does spend a lot of time helping at her house. I can't believe he'd get with my granny though. We have to wait months for a paternity test. If it's his, would the baby be my aunt/uncle and stepchild? It's also worth noting that my husband is both my brother and my uncle, and my grandma is his grandma too, and also his ex-girlfriend. And no, this is not a stupid joke. This is serious. Okay, this should be a joke. This has to be a joke. If you traced a family tree with wool, you'd end up with a sweater. Why would he want a bunch of drug addicts and a thief living next to him? Why would you assume poor people are drug addicts and thieves? Didn't you train with a guy that can't even piss clean to support his livelihood? Because I grew up poor and saw it firsthand. Being poor in America is a choice. So why did your parents choose to be poor? Or they just love suffering? This face makes more money than you'll ever see in your life. This tweet just highlights your arrogance. Stop thinking you're better than everyone just because you get paid by in the mood people. Bill Nye is not a real scientist. Well, he does have a science degree from Cornell in aeronautics engineering, 4 honorary doctorates, was an aeronautics engineer, and holds 4 patents for his inventions, so scientist with a capital S. Boomer is the N-word of ageism. Being hip and flip does not make bigotry okay, nor is it a blah blah blah. Saying your generation's official name is the equivalent of the most heinous racial slur in America is some real boomer. 4 out of 10 rage bait. Anime profile. That's not anime. I asked bro what he wanted to eat, and he started researching food. Bro has a 9 to 5 on TikTok. He's putting in those hours on TikTok. I can take it from here, Teach. Chapter 6. Unemployment. Oh, I know all about this. Just tell me the time, bro. Ranking genders. Whoa. How that one kid be sitting in class for no reason. Do not turn around, bro. My unc's tripping. I'm not pulling up to prom in this. Violence milk. Why do so many villains drink milk? That one guy that still says, "Hey, yo," and does perfectly cut screams. Officer, I swear they were talking to me. Teacher. Good morning, class. Me. Bad morning, teacher. Going to bro's house, but he has a weird ass does. Have you ever played soccer with your life on the line? No. Up early crunching some numbers. 1 + 7, 8 or 9. Not sure. Bro doesn't want his viewers doing anything. Ask what game equals ban. Say what's up equals perm permaban. Bro, when we grow up, we're gonna live in a mansion together like a fake house and be millionaires. This is not Riz. Baba, meow, meow, I love you. Hi, kitty, I miss you. Hi. This is Riz, it's working. What kind of tomfoolery is this? Buy one burger for the price of 2 and receive a second burger. Absolutely free. You're actually a smart kid. You just need to put the effort in your assignment. Me. Haley Welch's net worth is 12.5 million, all from saying Hawk to her. Well deserved. Who is this random guy in my math book? I don't know, but he chillin'. When Unk and the YN have to team up to defeat Colossal Shite, so they fuse into Yunk and lead the Bruz army. Hey, period cramps. Your lunch is ready. Are you serious? I am science. Mummy, can I please get the overweight middle-aged man action figure? Bro was the chill guy all this time. Bro is a Chad and a chill guy at the same time. Guys would look at this image in 2018 and be dying on the floor. On everybody's life, we are bringing back memes to 2025. Bro, what the hell? Why is he writing kill everyone? Just let me change my profile once, bro. They got me sipping on Dr. Doctor. Bro, who the hell is watching this? Changes coming to McDonald's in 2025. Everybody loves a big pickle. Hey, yo, wait. No, there's no way. Who's managing this account? Diddy or Drake? What is bro possibly trying to make? What is going through bro's mind? Fulton, what are you doing? That is not how you exit the nether. Is this real? Sometimes. What do you mean sometimes? Anything but work. New school rules. Teachers. Ops. Cafeteria. The block. Pencils. Blickies. Science club. Gang. How guys feel after saying konnichiwa to the Juz. Juz. Japanese huz. What's your name? My name is Humongous. Big Chungus? Among Us. Morbius. Something big is coming. Nothing happened. I almost sound exactly like him, just with a very thick southern accent. But I'm 12 and I bet he's about 22. Dude, I sound like this guy and I'm only 12. A person who has good control over their anger may look weak, but when they lose control, even the strong ones beg for forgiveness. This must feel so good being a laptop. I thought this was red licorice. Anybody know this guy? I heard you want to fight. Bro, I don't even know you. Rule number 2, never play blocks fruits. Pack God, humble him. The scallywag begins the Salvadoran plunder and insolent. Then what, be wise. How guys feel after saying, appreciate it, instead of saying, thank you. I know you sat here, twin. Are you calling me heavy? Holy jump scare. Employment center. If they talk behind your back, fart, then they have to move to talk behind your back. Unk fixing my car. How hype elementary school guys be after a girl got sniped in the face with the wet soccer ball during recess. How the fastest kid was waiting to be unfrozen in freeze tag. Grown men in 2011. I hate you and I hope you die. I like singing. Why my dad flexing on me? Good morning, son. What the hell is maths even about? There is still hope for humanity. That's why Mr. Beast is the GOAT. We out here. How mums stare at me when I don't want a food I've disliked since I was 4. Finally graduated, I'm going to block all of them tonight. Got banned from YouTube Shorts, so now I have to use grocery giggles. I'm so glad school is over, bro. What is he presenting? Bro, I know you guys see that. Duh. 28 views in 9 years. Pack it up, bro. Drake really fell off, damn. Sweet baby Jesus. His forehead is still not big enough for his ego. Are my Jordans fake? Me. Casually aura farming. Dude person. I'm crying. Why is bro's name Dude person? They banned chilling. I guess I'm gonna go to jail. How I feel after tapping my AirPod to turn it off mid-combo. What type of shoe is that? Holy knockoffs. Bro's got the thumbs up shoes. Outfit for London. You think that'll stop a sword? A great sword? Not with my power. Chill out, bro. Why 2024 will be the worst year ever. 2023, 2022. How guys look at you when they catch you listening to a song they put you on. Blood trying to summon the Hawk tour. The hell my mum printing at her job. There's the Chicago Grim Reaper. How I look after my friend hits me with her. Who asked? When I tried to say something really exciting. Yo, should have let Pack God pack him in person. Those who know. Pop the balloon at school. It's crazy. Let the games begin. Bro thinks he's Jigsaw. Let the games begin. You guys are gonna learn. I'm never smoking that again. I ended up at the evil CVS. POV. Pack God accidentally stutters while roasting a furry. Nah, L everyone who hates Pack God. Making him beg for it like a good... Just cut the goddamn rope. Screw this school. I'ma run it up with my brand. Emotion Bitcoin hoodie. The funk gave this song aura. Thanks, Luffy. Holy macaroni. I have more than 1,000 funk songs. Okay, so bro has aura in the playlist. Take this off, bro. How the coleslaw tried to fit in with the rest of the box combo. Get me out of this evil class. What teacher came up with this? A woman shoots her husband, then she holds him underwater for over 5 minutes. But 5 minutes later, they go out together and enjoy a wonderful dinner together. How can this be? She takes medication. The obs done killed him in the the act. What was he writing? Teachers, when forcing quiet kids to present to the class doesn't cure their social anxiety. 2021? You mean 2010? The trend started in 2021. No retirement for you, buddy. Joseph R. Biden Jr. Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark. How bro looked at me in elementary school after asking me to spell ICUP. I-C-U-P? The feminine urge to say liar every time a man speaks. Midlife crisis? Yeah, I'd have a crisis too if my life was mid. When you just got to class with 2 hours of sleep and bro starts explaining the Tim Cheese and John Pork law in full detail. No one. Toddlers after being unattended for 0.32 seconds. Biggest YouTuber of each country. PewDiePie. PewDiePie is the Bosnian. Bro, why are the Teen Titans committing tax evasion? I thought this show was for kids. Men before bath, after bath. Girl before bath, after bath. Girls during bath. Dude, Trollface isn't cringe. It only gives you aura. 2016 to 22 kids. I don't know what this is. 10 to 15 kids. Unk done seen the gyat. He's been starving.
Oh my god, that's a big yak.
Get me to God's country. Alcohol and drug abuse lake. Me acting like I'm okay. After someone made me feel dumb. Possible ways the world could end, but it gets worse every time. Isn't heat death the ultimate fate in each possibility? Forgot when everyone turns gay. Dopamine now. Yeah, I'm taking a gap year so I can focus on work and stack my money. How I've met everyone I've e-slept with. One Redditor. Really? Definitely not a Redditor. My grandma walks so slow, what the hell? This is time-lapsed, guys. Why is she so slow? She needs a Red Bull. No way. Delete your account. Worst content ever. A letter for you. Hog Tour is slowly dying, and Low Taper Fade is still just as massive as ever. It's second period, bro. What for lunch? Your Honor, I assure you that all of my clients' posts were in satirical nature. He has a very twisted but legally protected sense of humor. How did they build this with no AirPod? No way, Shark, Nike, KFC. How it feels to be forced to play ranked with the trash friend, but then we get in his lobbies. I just want my fries, bro. People who don't know. People who know. He looks so good. Slenderman said, thank you. Sick of this school, bro. Let it grow. Xbox said, Oak Books. Scary fact 67. There is a France. Don't talk to me until I've had my 9 a.m. Dr. Pepper. 3 minutes and 26 seconds. 27 seconds. 28. Chicken salad 520. Nothing has changed. He's becoming the chicken salad. What does he add to this conversation? They're talking about politics and Drewski's just chilling there. On God, Cartier's the closest rapper to a rock star. He's a rap star. Word. That actually sounds so tough. Oh my God, it's so tough. No way. So much aura in this post. You're 23. Maybe instead of being EP, you should be on LinkedIn. Not Like Us plus TV offbeat equals Not Like Us 2. Fire. In 1940s, men faked their age to be able to fight in World War II. In 2024, men start crying when they lose their Snapchat streak. What happened? We grow stronger. You know the movie's gonna be lit as hell when you see this intro. The kid who disrespects women. 2010 and 2011 aren't kid. 2010 and 11 ain't kids. Tutorial. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you guys how to copy and paste. Indian tutorial. India respect. Mango. Thanks for watching. Old Funk has aura. TikTok music taste. Team Funk. Team Funk 1 with 8,000 likes. New brain rot chapter map. Who is actually playing this? If I didn't interest in fapping. My physique. My aura. Kendrick Lamar handing me a mustard. Face. Body. Rules. No skippity toilet. Her shell must be silent. No Riz yet. Octa equals 3 days detention. No Brian. Fortnite lost aura button. It's a lot of likes. Things coming back in 2025. Free Kid. Shrek 5. Lemanberg. ASDF. I'd love ASDF to come back. I might be only 12 and most kids my age become a Travis Scott fan after listening to Fiend or Sicko Mode. But I'm a real Travis Scott fan who listens to Owl Pharaoh every day and went to 2 concerts. My favorite song is Till Further Notice. Thank you, Travis Scott. Dumb dog. For me, does. Does equals dog. Who else just wants these posters in their room? Me. Red Bulls don't work anymore. Time to upgrade. His own songs are so hard he sampled it. Which song did he sample? Not Like Us. Mustard on the beat, yo. Me and the bros. Drinking Prime and Lunchley. Oh, I love brain rot. Ha, gay. Buddy in the ad. Ha, gay. Gay's watching this me laughing. What is this? What? Balkan's Squid Game. Life has to get better at some point. I have hope. How are you a grown man with no cellular data? I'm Crayon, bruh. I just took a bunch of money for some random subscription. You got $12 to your name, Boa. Would you still love me if I was a worm? Bruh, ice cream sandwiches be so good, on God. Mustard should be a video game. How Redditor portray Reddit. How the media portrays Reddit. How Reddit really is. Y'all ever just find a corner and just, yeah. Friggin' Packet Yo has aura. When decades of brain rot consumption catches up to me in my late 70s, and my grandson utters a phrase he read in his meme history textbook, my friend saw Carl Jacobs at the mall. How 0.6 GPA guys look at you after typing a key combo that self-destructs your Chromebook. Guys do anything on the clock. Get me out of this class, bro. Music. It does not look like Kati. Would you slime me for $100? People with great music taste when asked to pick the best song of all time. Me versus darkest Ken Carson fan. When the lights are off, I'm the darkest vamp of them all, twin. How that one part you forgot to be studying be pulling up on a test. On TikTok, demon. In real life, pregnant. You mean yourself? Ooh. Bro, you just funked that person. This is Elliot. Queso be acting sus. Oh my god, I forgot about Ohio. That reminded me. Lamb cringe. When they tell you they are not into joining a cult. When the homeless man is begging you for money, but you're low-key in the same financial situation, just with a harder fit. Some homeless people do have pretty hard fits though. Bro's aura. Minecraft never died. The world was just blinded by Fortnite. Way to put it, my man. Way to put it. Mustard. Why is everyone yelling mustard? I am not watching this. This album might be up there with Thriller, not gonna lie. No, being American is the best flex. As much as they pretend to hate us, they all love us. We're the celebrities of nations. We're the main characters. Hi, beep, beep, beep. Wake up, Blair. I'll give you 5 more minutes, bro. I want you so bad. How it be trying to find a meme in March? Imagine guys in blah, 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 BC had to goon to this. It's 7 a.m., bro. Okay, I gotta ask because I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Is Kendrick a new Genshin character? I didn't know. Why are you making fun of me? I don't want to be 20 years old. You know what happened? Oh, I know what's coming. Everyone needs to get off that plane before it... Oh my god. I can't wait to turn 45 and do stuff like this on Facebook. I don't want to find her. Missing cat. That is not a cat. My precious little kitty cat has gone missing. His name is Toby and he is very friendly, so don't be afraid I'm not approaching him. Scurrying, last seen in dirt. Guy left the house with his PlayStation 5 after a strong 6.8 magnitude earthquake hit Morocco. People who don't know, people who know. Why is this game on evil sale? Damn. Inflation sale. What is my dad watching? 0.3 GPA activities. Horror games are becoming too scary. Job simulator. Teacher's fuming. I wasted $100 of clay on this. No one's gonna believe me. You found a zebra? Prop hunt in Baltimore. He wasn't trying. 99%. 1%. Best part of Fonk. People really hacked their local printers for this in 2018. Subscribe to Dolan Dark. Unsubscribe from T-Series and subscribe to PewDiePie. iPhone. Samsung. You and your family. Bro has generational debt. Yeah, at that point, you shouldn't pay it off. You should just leave the country. I don't know. I didn't say that. You didn't hear that from me. Dude opened a super unlucky block. Mango. The craziest desserts in Japan. Those who know. I don't know. Shit, don't FW with me anymore. Wait, what does FW mean? Why did you clock his tea? Literally like. I'm confused. What did he clock? His tea? What tea? His immature R microwave eye cup. How I feel after thinking I can get ready in 15 minutes when I have repeatedly proven that I can't. I'd be checking my own story like, damn, what's the goat up to? Bro was born in 2016. 2013, lil bro. POV. Me when I'm imagining fake romantic scenarios before bed. And I have to keep restarting because the people keep doing backflips and the world is glitching and I can't get it to stop. Geeked versus locked in. Please stop asking me about my dream job. I would never dream about working. Worms unanimously deciding to make their way to the concrete when it rains so they can all die in the morning for no reason. Being able to switch from brain rot and hood irony to intellectual motivational speaker takes critical thinking skills. The 6 pairs of underwear and 8 pairs of socks in my bag, ready for a 2-day trip. I'm not gonna lie, when I felt him on my leg, I had to breathe before I looked down. Usually it's a spider, but this guy can stay. He even gave me a jig. No, this is a stick bug. And the reason why I know it's a stick bug is because of Bug's Life. And it just looks like a stick. Is that you in your profile picture, gang? You know I'm tough, but I'm locked. Nobody wants you. Focus on 7 times 2 before you have an ego. Well, actually, like most of the school wants me. Like every time I walk into school, everybody just stops and looks at me. And all the girls say hi and I riz them up and stuff. Fire, bro. I'm happy for you. You're looking great. Mocking the world. Tom with his ultimate infinite aura. 63rd is a whole other place at night. Bro's got iron folks over here. Bro thinks he's SpongeBob. Hey, I'm Plankton. Come on, SpongeBob. Oh, never mind. Me in summer 2024. 2024 memes list. Hog tour. English or Spanish. Anti-goon minion. Mole gnome. There's no way they think we're being serious. We are serious though. Why so serious? Winter arc routine. 1 p.m. study. 3 beat. 4 lift weights. 5 beat. 6 beat. 7 beat. 8 beat. 9 beat. 10 beat. 11. Anti-furries. Scooby toilet. Is this Funkor a rap song? Bros 8. Eminem makes a diss track. The entire rap industry is too dangerous to be left alive. Wrong method, but whatever. What is he trying to do? Never using this baloney ever again. Greetings, Mr. GPT. Why are you talking like that, Boa? What? I'm outside. Ring, there is an entity at your front door. Gave me the worst part. I only gave him my body. I'm giving you my mind. Easy snooze right there. Looking for a job? Snooze. How the hell am I supposed to dress for this? Toys R Us truck. When you're trying to do the deed and those two stupid guys in your group chat are having a 30-minute argument. Yeah, bro, I'm almost there. Chill. In fact, I can already see you. Yeah, I have a friend like this. Every time we go to meet up, there's 3 of us, right, in the group, including me. Me and H. I'm gonna just call him H. We always get there on time, and we always have to wait for, let's call him Mr. G. Mr. G is always late for no reason too. And even when we used to go to school together, he was always late. Bro's just never on time. The winter arc I'm planning for. This looks like such a vibe. I wish I was friends with them. Like, just going into a tree for dinner? Are you kidding me? Whoa, that's low-key a really good restaurant idea. And the restaurant should be like a massive tree. Yo, I'm a genius. Probably cost a lot of money though to make. Like a massive tree house. You know you're rich when the wallet ain't even closing. When you're low-key mad interested in your dream, but then you start hearing your alarm clock, so you take one last look. This has happened a lot of times with dreams. I hear the alarm and I'm wondering, what the hell is that noise in my dream? Because I lucid dream a lot, and I wake up and I'm like, oh, it was my alarm. But I don't really control my dream, even though it's quite lucid. Like my subconscious mind is just controlling it. I'm not lucid to the state where I can do what I want to do. When life gives you lemons, you make orange juice. Lemons, perfect for orange juice. These ads are getting smarter. Is it 50 euros? It's an advertisement. This new milk my mum bought tastes funny. I think that's because it's school glue. The new security light scares me. We did it. We beat the robots with dishonesty. Due to dishonesty, self-checkout is closed. Sorry to all the honest people. Slow down or we will call your mum. Orphans. Road safety laws prepared to be ignored. Scientists. Humanity is advanced now. Humanity now. Applaud the jellyfish. You think this is water, but really, it's clear glue. I'll take your entire stock. This building. New Market Health Center. Looks like a person having work done. Builders restored light poles with $10 plastic flower pots. Apparently incest is perfectly fine. Oh no. If you ever feel useless, look at this photo. Ah yes, a window wiper with no window. Become ungovernable. What part of do not use do you not understand? What a coincidence. That's my motto too. If we can't, we won't. When you open like 8 tabs by mistake. I don't think that's a good idea if you're driving. Look up. I knew that was a stud in there somewhere. Follow me for more DIY projects. My favorite flavor. Do you like cherry, vanilla, lime, or disabled? Necessity is the mother of innovation. I just need you to see the stairs in an apartment I viewed. Am I a mountain goat? Probably the most important apostrophe I've ever seen. Save a life. Don't be afraid to give blood. Don't be afraid to give. Save a life blood. Don't save a life. Be afraid to give blood. My friend gave me this to remember him by before he passed away. He couldn't speak at the time, but it seemed really important to him that I have this. Rest in peace. It's an EpiPen, you idiot. My mum bought a strawberry-scented Minion shampoo for my little brother. Okay, but exactly how dangerous are these ducks? Duck crossing. Danger. Janelle had 15 marbles. She lost some of them. How many does she have now? I don't know. Proofreading this book couldn't have been that hard. 5 bananas, 5. That's not 5 bananas, it's 6. Why are there 6 fingers? Because this guy has 6 fingers. Are you shaming someone with 6 fingers just because they can count more on their fingers than you? Employee fired for cinema listing mishap. Pirates knocked up Shrek. We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo. I'm unsure about this design. I think it's fine. I'm 95% certain this house I'm looking at on Zillow has decorative prints on the bathroom wall. This building looks like it was designed in Microsoft Word. I just see a bunch of eyes. Just because you put this floor in doesn't mean the rent should be $2,500. Nothing like the smell of coffee and a good eye stab in the morning. That'll get you woken up. Marketing team. Doing the deed sells. Designer. I don't think they're selling that. This bread just has a 6-pack. Do I focus on the long arm or the poop yourself? The new Kia logo is so unreadable that at least 30,000 people a month search for the KN car ever since its debut. Not me reading this as kids under 2. As if I'm some sort of Roman empress. Kids under 2 travel free. The thinnest cloth material in the world is called fairy feather. It's 1/6 as thin as human hair, and it's still 2 times thicker than gas station toilet paper. How do you mess up this badly? They put new carpet on the stairs. We are all gonna die. Dead end sign at the end of a path. Very helpful. Never lose your AirPods. Introducing AirPods strap. Nice place to cut off the sign, Disney. Step in front of a bus, no matter what. You're gonna pay for that free coffee, aren't you? The library is now selling free coffee for $1. The last 2 steps on these stairs are higher than the previous 50. The person who made this post definitely fell over. I don't think that means what you think that means. It's for the people meat. Quality meats made from people like you. These are not the same thing. Milk for Santa, or are you having Santa's milk? I'm sorry, may contain traces of what? Tim Tams may contain traces of peanuts and human flesh. I didn't know they put jokes on Skittle wrappers now. Share size. Isn't that like the smallest packet you can get to? If only there was a letter in Paris that resembles the Eiffel Tower. They chose the I over the A. Serious question. What the heck is this for? It has no use other than my dad holding it. I know this is gonna bother someone. Please do not turn off the light switch. It also operates the elevator. Thank you. A very confused fish is stuck inside a jellyfish. I figured out why the light bulbs weren't working. Because they weren't even plugged in. I want whatever they're smoking over at 5 Gum. Listen to a sunset. If you concentrate hard enough, you can do this. Nothing is possible or nothing is impossible. It's sale. Sasalele. Open 9 days a week. You've been invited to Idiot University. I like science. Yes, no, female. Female. Avengers. Fail. That is not the Avengers. Nothing goes faster than a formula fart. Not full chocolate. This is a scam of a chocolate bar. 90% air. Some memes just write themselves. 10 billion items delivered safely and securely. Don 8 what? Don 8-year-old glasses here. This tap was made with little to no thinking. Me. Let's go get some sushi. Girl, I don't like eating raw fish. Well, bed frame allows bed for humans and playground for rabbits. Rabbits at 3 a.m. under the bed. I am speed. This pencil used to say, not every disability is viable. Every disability is visible. Oh, I read it wrong. Maybe I have a disability. Just do nothing. It's impossible. Can't clean the hollow handle. This guy must be feeling pretty great on this ad. A public bathroom in Seattle. Toilet signs in a bar in Spain. There's no real way of knowing which gender each rock signifies. I chose wrong. I would assume the long one is the guys, right? But I don't know, the circle could be the balls. I don't know. Glad they cleared that up. Cold wash only. Don't tumble dry. Don't iron print. Don't slap pandas. What would you use this space for? Probably my horrible dying freak. Do not get something like this. It is very dangerous. The paramedics are taking these shards out of your head if you're ever in a car crash. New lids at Starbucks. The barista said they're not easy to drink out of. Some of you guys never had walls like this, and it really shows. Kohl's does what? Kohl's staple. Ouch, that sounds painful. Why do they do that? Saw this in Target's parking lot. Ran in, bought some, and left them there. I hate peas. Well, here's some peas. I know I paid for a Kit Kat, but this is ridiculous. This is way better than a Kit Kat. The person eating alone. Why don't they get a desk? Where's Europe? I don't know, someone ate it. Okay, but what are the stairs for? Made in Germany or USA. Horrible design. Works perfectly. Do die safely. Don't drive safely. Do drive safe. Don't die. Award for most bathroom breaks at work to check your phone. Golden Poop Head Award. My first time doing drywall. I think I nailed it. The lock is a mini knob. I can't handle this. Don't turn me or my son ever again. Show me a real crappy design fail. I said a real crappy design fail. Perfection. Hi Walmart. I don't think mushrooms will work. So instead of Tampax, they got whole white mushrooms. Helpful labels on bathroom fan timer. The stupidity is killing me. Wait, what's so stupid about this? Maybe I'm too stupid to figure it out. Confused screaming. What are they supposed to be? Teddy bears? These are demon bears. Keep you up at night. Are Duracell batteries? Please do not use batteries as toothpaste. Who's brushing their teeth with batteries? Mega Flicks. Should have used a different font. A late night bathroom emergency may become a real trip to the emergency room. Notice to riders. Failure to be at the bus stop at the scheduled time will result in missing the bus. Unfortunate placement. Daytime doormat message. Welcome. Nighttime doormat message. We come. The most unsafe and dangerous design feature I've seen in a hotel. You could just jump. The outlet is less than a foot away from the shower and is inside the curtain. Is this safe? Probably not. Look, the design is cute, but why have 2 roller knives? How others really see them as. How people with factory installed LED headlights think others see them as. I'll pop up in my car telling me the dangers of taking my eyes off the road. Causes me to take my eyes off the road. Edinburgh's best family attraction. You going to the toilet. Uses it every day. Still presses every switch till the right light turns on. Nothing is unique anymore. I think everything has been experienced by like most people. There are no unique experiences anymore. I thought at least this was unique. Even in the house which I've been in for like 5 years, I'm still like this. Do not feed the seagull. seagulls. Have seagulls evolved since I've last seen them? They look very different. Me marry you will. I'm not asking, I'm telling you, you will marry me. Lose all money and witness the murder of loved ones while being tortured. Win 100 million. Me. Demonstrated above is a new fire signal box that locks the hand of the fire alarm sender until released by a policeman or fireman with a key, thus deterring the sending of false alarms. And if it's a real fire and they died, you just killed someone for no reason. One of my blinds broke in my bedroom, so I just went to CVS. Rare photo of me trying to fit into society. 6.2 feet coughing for sale due to wrong diagnosis. Any inquiries, please give me a call. Wrong diagnosis for you or someone else? Oh, do I have a treat for you guys today? I don't know why, but this house looks like a cake, like a wedding cake. I feel like I could just eat this house. You know those videos, cake or not? This is definitely cake. Height of female pop stars. Taylor, Megan, duo of Beyonce, Selena, Ariana. Why is Sabrina so small? By the time you realize that these are stairs, you'll be in the emergency room. My school tried to make the staircase to the cafeteria accessible to wheelchair users. What, they're expecting them to climb up? Crazy upper core strength needed. The final step on these stairs looks like the floor. I would definitely fall down using these. Found this card in Walgreens. Cut yourself. No. Get good news. 1 buy 2 free. List of people who have lived in airports. Wei Jiangyo wanted to smoke and drink without his family bothering him. Also had difficulty finding work. This puzzles, confuses, and enrages the American. What the hell? Is this a joke? I'm only leaving this note because some dude saw me hit your car. My bad. I'm broke as hell. I found this in my car though. Sorry. Give it a Pokemon card. I got bored at McDonald's. McDonald's is now planning to sponsor in Formula 1. Don't drink and drive. Inpatient parking only, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. All unauthorized vehicles will be towed at patient expense. Don't awoo. $350 fine. Please no howling. Howling is one of the many unique ways wolves communicate with each other. Howling by visitors to imitate wolf language may seem like fun to humans, but it is meaningless and irritating to wolves. Thank you. Perfect sign placement. Managing your diabetes in front of Krispy Kremes. I haven't had a donut in so long. They're so good, but they're just so bad for you. I think my favorite type of donut is either the glazed donut or the chocolate in the middle donut. These bathroom mats that look like they have mold. Is this even legal? Accept cookies or pay €2 a month. You had one job. Yes, who needs a handle when you can just use your hand? Who even needs a handle anyway? It's 2025. Uneven floor, please watch your step. You don't say. Do you text while driving or do you wait until you get to your destination? Yes, 19%. No, 81%. This one certainly stands out. I'd stub my toe on this. Why would anyone do this? It looks so ugly. 1 flush per customer, please. Extreme wheelchairing. Thinking about the molding in my old apartment building's mailroom. This is why I have trust issues. You think it's a brick? It was not a brick. What even is this? Whoever designed the package needs to be fired. The chocolates don't even fit in. Bicycle lanes in Paris. The 2 white bumps are nearly invisible because of the paint camouflaging them. Stairs and elevators and terminal and stairs and elevators and terminal and stairs. Damn, everybody's birthday this year. Would have never known. Really? They chose to face these outlets this way. Many grounded power cords and most AC adapters extend downwards. Knee-height microwave is extremely annoying to use. Putting this on arthritis cream is such a cruel joke. Peel lift. Oh, they can't peel if they have does it hurt? I really hope I don't get arthritis. Everyone at home kept watching Netflix using my profile. Messed up all my lists and history. So I renamed Dad to Install Windows Update Now. Problem solved. Apparently this is a bench. If you're a really big person. We're pet friendly. No pets allowed. Well, not anymore. Are you sure you want to exist? I just want money. This guy made a GoFundMe because he just wants money. I get it. If I ever owned a restaurant, you would charge people for a stupid question. It's a good idea. My Tesla Cybertruck from Temu finally arrived. Woohoo! Mouse, tail, hamster, no tail. I don't make the rules. Children's menu. Child rib, child chicken tender, child hot dog, child burger. Someone got jokes in the ammo section. Sure, I think this should be for a pun meme video. My biggest flex is that I never lost my first AirPods. TSA will think this is a bomb. Have you checked all gates, races, and locks before you leave? Do you know where the bears are? They want that cookie so effing bad. I only just realized that they are smiling bees, not very concerned tigers going, the masculine urge to steal the Burger King sign to display it in my front yard. Wait, what? Doors which lead to nothing. Maybe it actually does lead to somewhere, but it's purposely making it seem like it doesn't. This is a portal To close door, push door open. And to open, close door shut. If not, if when. If to a no to a hen. If to no twa. If not when. If no TW hen. If not what when. If to no to. If not now then when. This men's room sign looks like someone in the birthing position. I don't see that. I see a guy in a suit. Pineapple mini waffle maker. Got the new iPhone. Woo! Which one? XS. Wow, is it good? Can't afford a new one. Still using the SE. Me neither, but I lent some money from my parents. It's better than my iPhone X. What's the difference between X and XS? Little things. Like what? Don't know, maybe the size. Can't tell the difference. Why did you buy it then if you can't afford it? It's a new model. Too much is going on. Facebook, this makes me realize Facebook has not changed at all. People are still like this. Windows isn't even installed yet. Is this Razer? The Razer, this is like the annoying pop-ups you get when you download an app and it just pops up all the time. This is me but with EA's launcher on my PC. It is so annoying. Every time I launch it pops up. Don't drive. Squirrel. Where did the whole squirrel thing come from? Was it from Up? I just remember it from Up. The dogs. These aren't stairs. They are decorative waterfalls. My friend walked into them and I slipped. I laughed my butt off. No one. Absolutely no one. Dell. Hey, let's make the power button indistinguishable by touch and put it right next to the delete and backspace keys. Me screams into the void as I switch my corporate laptop off for the umpteenth time while editing an email. My roommate cannot be serious right now. Took a photo of the toilet and framed it. Die With Me is an app you can only use when you have less than 5% battery. Die together in a chat room on your way to offline peace. Why did Giorgio Armani discontinue my favorite foundation? I'm on my last bottle and everyone I know uses this. Please make it again. Dear Kim, let us know which one you need and we'll send it to you. And Mr. Armani's first name is Giorgio. My sister raised her dishwasher when she built her home. No more stopping over. Absolutely genius. What is the best loophole that you've ever found? My brother once yelled, "Last one to jump in the pool is gay," and then jumped into the pool. However, I figured that if I did not jump in, then technically he would be the last one in the pool, and he's still gay to this day. This woman brought her own bell with her to get the server's attention. How would you handle this? Woman reaches the gate 1 minute after it closes, and does this after she missed her flight. She's dying. This note I got on my car parked on college campus. Sorry for the damage to your car. I can't afford to fix it. I'm just pretending to write down my insurance information because people are watching me. Worst customers ever. How shameful. Meat was cold. Always wanted to concert. I don't think they're doing it on purpose. My mum was mad because my dad wasn't giving her attention. So she lit a paper on fire and held it to the smoke alarm. This is funny. Covering my parents' kitchen in Nutella. Girl won't let her dad walk her down the aisle because she's a strong, independent woman. Dad refuses to pay for the wedding. Naturally, she complains about it to TikTok. When you travel all the way to Europe for the pizza, and they don't have ranch and you have to cut it yourself. Lil Pump was surprised that people in Japan didn't recognize him. I'm at a food truck and this guy walks up and says, "I'll have my usual." And the guy working says, "I don't know who the hell you are." My fiance has a weird habit of not closing drawers or cabinets they open. So your fiance has a problem with being lazy. They gave my client a life sentence, but I looked spectacular. This influencer who thought pouring milk on himself in a store was an acceptable way to get views. They're creasing random people's shoes in Sky Zone. Me or a PS5? Choose wisely. You might get what you wish for. One day with me. PS5. Grand Toto. I'm a military spouse. It should be free next time. Thanks. A military spouse. No. My baby daddy got promoted, so I appealed for more child support. He ordered a DNA test and my son failed. He put the results in my mailbox. I forgave myself for cheating, but he's being petty. He's been my son's dad for 8 years. Why ghost my child now? How to fix it? A girl in front of me kept pouring out her ice cream that was in her cone until she made a swirl she liked. There was no more chocolate ice cream left. Why? Why are you so selfish? Current situation. Living in extreme poverty. Barely able to afford meals. Accepting sponsors for the following: hotels, cars, houses, luxury gym memberships, clothing and storage, food. The audacity it requires to park your giant boat in front of someone's entry to their home. People who use their brights and drive-thrus deserve jail time. Being blinded. In what world is this okay? No world. Here's why I'll be keeping my shoes on in your shoeless home. Why are you assuming that your guests' shoes are dirtier than your floors? Their house, their rules. I want to star in a Netflix series. Twitter, do your thing. What the hell are we supposed to do? Mr. and Mrs. Blank have officially tied the knot. I'm so happy that I get to spend the rest of my life with you, bride. Congrats, man. Congrats. Groom's mum. Can we add that I took this picture? Imagine having a doctorate from Harvard running a 7-figure company, calling an Uber Black to go to the post office and your driver asks if you're going to work. America is so wild. I don't think what he thought was an issue. We you offended? So microaggressions are not an issue? As the only woman in the whole weight room, I take pride in knowing that every man here is working 10% harder just because they see me. Is said man in the room with us? I don't think so. My kid packed his project last night and forgot to bring it to school this morning. I saw it as we left the house and it pains me not to remind him. That bitterness as he walked to his classroom was horrible for me to watch, but necessary for him to grow. Nobody will help you but yourself. Never rely on anyone. Okay, this person's really weird. Most people just want to see you fail. Life is full of disappointments. It's your kid. You're supposed to be helping your kid. I'm at a food truck and this guy walks up and says, I'll have my usual. And the guy working says, I don't know who the hell you are. Why are people so stupid? I paid extra for a window. A woman comes up to me and rudely tells me her kid wants the window, so I need to get up. If she'd been polite, I would have given up my seat, but she demanded it. Maybe the kid will learn some manners since his mother obviously has none. What I don't like about weak yen is that it brings in more stupid, noisy, low-life tourists. Kids at Walmart opened up Pokemon cards and took the good ones. As a mark of respect, please refrain from climbing this memorial. Why are they climbing on a memorial? This person who wanted their neighbor to keep their cat out of the window because it distracted their dog. Hey neighbor, can you please keep your cats out of the window? They are causing my dog to sit in the window and bark all day long. I work from home, so this is very difficult. Thanks. POV, you're everyone's airport crush. Yeah, in your little world, sure. But that world is not real life, I'm afraid. This person ruined a poor Starbucks employee's day. That is a lot of ingredients. And I bet if you get that wrong, they will have a go at you. This person thought it would be funny to put dish soap in a fountain and caused a massive mess other people had to clean up. My friend is hiring for his company and this resume came in. Military spouse. She's dead serious. Watch as a furious DoorDasher takes customers' food back over $8 tip. Imagine coming home with your report card and your parents do a react video. Reacting to Oliver's report card. I'm calling CPS. Man at airport unplugs ATM to charge his phone. Peak productivity unlocked today. Took meeting while getting a haircut. The staff were the sweetest to stop music while I took the meeting. Startups are not for everyone. The only time you get when you're not working is while you're sleeping. So true, bro. You're so based and so productive and so successful. Today my cousin called me from Korea and as I was talking to him, a white lady told me to speak English. So I turned to her and as harshly as I could, in perfect English, what the f did you just say to me? And I swear I saw her soul leave her body. And this guy literally had the back half of his truck made into a speaker so he could annoy everyone around him. My neighbor asked to borrow ketchup. Yes, I know a neighbor. And gave me an attitude because it was Hunt's and not Heinz. So I pulled it back and refused to give it to her. And now our altercation is on a neighborhood app. What I'm saying is we're living in the stupidest timeline in history. Some white lady just tried to do the whole I'm friends with the owner thing to me. And I said, oh really? I didn't realize we were friends. What's your name? Now everybody wants to be a butcher because of me. Now, if you ask a kid, they want to be Salt Bae. They see me as an idol. I'm an inspiration to a lot of people in a very short period of time. I think most people, no matter how famous they get, they would never conjure this type of brain. How are you this confident in yourself? Like, this is toxic. This guy seems insufferable to be around if this is actually what he said. Got her a service dog vest so she can go anywhere. By putting a service dog vest on a non-service dog, you do nothing but delegitimize actual service animals and endanger those around you. Your entitlement is astounding. I clean pools and today I saw someone had 2 fake $100 bills embedded in their pool bottom. And how did you find that out that they were fake? Did you go swim? I'm driving around turning TVs off. Someone decided to have a gender reveal at the table and they didn't clean up after themselves. What? Surely there's something you can do legally to get back at this, right? These 2 girls grabbed my butt in the gym. Then they laughed at me when I got upset and they tried to act like I was tripping when I wasn't okay with it. So you got assaulted. Call the police. This person who had a full DJ setup on a public beach, she knocked the little statue off so she could be the statue. Is it really that hard to throw out your own dog's poop? I'm a female tradie. Men say I'm distracting and they couldn't work with me because I'm too good looking. Class of 2020. Let's go! You're too old for her. He's gay. He's like 25 and she's 16. He's gay. He's older than her. Why are you insulting him? He's literally homosexual. Wait, but even if he wasn't homosexual, all he's saying is let's go. He's congratulating someone. You're too... What? How does that have so many likes? What is this world? I don't even like superheroes. I just like seeing diversity on the big screen. I went to Harlem to see Spider-Verse a second time. I sat in the front row, and rather than watch the film, I turned around and watched a young black boy. I watched his laughs and smiles. It was everything. How you see yourself versus how you really look like. This is weird. If you don't think there's at least a tiny chance you're an NPC, you're an NPC. Someone walked to the trash enclosure just to not put their bags in the bin. Truck driver blocking both lanes for 2 miles before merge point, and this person clearly intentionally parked like an a-hole. Trying to sleep on a long bus ride, and this person has their phone on full brightness. This menace at the theater has left their phone flashlight on and is shining it at the floor seats, ruining the performance for others. I'm certain it is exhausting to be my friend. So let's say you accidentally light a plant on fire. That's pretty big. Sad. Why do you associate with your friend who's working as a damn waiter? Have some class and drop the friends in your life who are going nowhere. I hate that men ask me to pay half on the first date. Chill out, grandma. It's 7 a.m. Happy birthday to myself. Hadn't heard from my grandson. Thanks. This impatient biker who defied all safety precautions to try and pass a railroad crossing before the train came, then ended up almost getting hit. Day 1 of posting Ferrari Spider every day until 259,000 people donate $1 to afford it. I respect it. This is not main character syndrome. This is just using statistics. Neighbor blocked the drive for 45 minutes so she could use it when her clothes finished. Baby gator testing out a death roll. As a mother moving to Florida next year, having these things walking around is very concerning. My child needs to be protected. The alligators were in Florida long before you and your kids were. Just don't let them swim unsupervised in murky water and they'll be fine. This driver who somehow twisted things around in their mind so that others were the a-holes. I take up 2 spots for a reason, a-hole. This main character blocked a crosswalk while twerking in a Spider-Man costume. Finally, this picky restaurant owner decided that they're extremely picky and superior taste in music was more important than anything customers wanted to hear. Do not play AC/DC. Baby, I swear I don't know how those girls appeared in my search history. I don't want to sound stupid, but you know there have been things going on in my house with spirits and stuff. And since my phone is not locking its screen, it's probably a reason. It might be the spirit or something. And again, I'm not trying to be funny. Stop. Are you sure? Was Hongtuk getting my kid out of my car at the grocery store? Evidently getting a baby out of a car was a huge inconvenience for a good old mum haircut Karen at Super One. I think the spookiest thing that happened last night at Horror Nights was when Terry Crews rudely said, no, when I asked for a picture. No, the scariest thing I saw was you rudely pushing through my kids like a zombie to ask for one. May I ask why you chose K for your daughter's middle name? That's also my daughter's middle name. That's my mum's middle name. Ah, yeah? I was just wondering because nobody starts naming their daughter's middle name K until after Kenzie was born. I don't even know you or your daughter. These people decided the rules didn't apply to them. Help protect rare plants. Please do not step on the plants. Thank you. Stay on the trail. Do not go over the rock walls. Well, they're not over it. They're on it. Guess they're not on the trail though. Main character thumbnail. I spent 100 hours in the world's poorest country. Throwing ice water in people's faces. When the public doesn't understand, I'm trying to have my moment. She got annoyed that people kept walking in front of her while she's trying to get photos taken in a public area. I hate when people don't recognize me for how much I make. Isn't it hilarious that you look like a normal human being at the coffee shop? Meanwhile, you're a multi-6-7-figure month earner, CEO of a global brand, plus do things in one day that most people can't comprehend doing in their lifetime. Wow. Person in the red sweatshirt was nice enough to bring her big JBL speaker to the gym so everyone can hear her music at 110% volume instead of just bringing headphones like a normal person. Yeah, I couldn't do this because I would just get anxious. This would give me anxiety. I got into an argument with my baby. He gave me $500 to buy a Christmas tree and decorations. He told me whatever money was left over, I could keep and buy whatever I want for myself. Well, of course, after I was done shopping, I decided to treat myself with a pedicure and other things I needed. Now he's mad because he doesn't like the tray I picked out. What should I do? I have already spent the leftover money. Or because you wanted to get your nails done. Damn. He's gotta find someone else. Millionaire beggar. Graphic designer here. Been contacted by the assistant of a local entrepreneur, a pretty rich one, regarding one of his restaurants. Hey, can you help us? Sure. Do you have a budget for this project? Dinner? I'm in. It's better to meet in real life and work on a plan together. No, we're offering you dinner as payment. I swear I'm not joking. BTS from the first Avenger. Please stop using BTS to gain likes on your photo. Please stop using our BTS K-pop name. Please stay away from this. It's crazy how your siblings actually have their own lives. I literally see them as side characters in mine. Come on. Your siblings are not side characters. POV. You're a messed up in the head divorcee dancing in your wedding dress to Champagne Problems at an Eras tour. You sound proud of this. This person parked across multiple handicapped spaces. It's this person, one of your uphill neighbors. Sorry to hear about your fire. I hope you're in insurance is going to cover it. Can you tell me what your plan is? It's pretty unsightly now. This intake form I got from a massage client who didn't want to fill it out. Just a bunch of scribbles. OP thinks they are being stalked because a guy from school lives next door. It's not an obsession if he is consciously trying to get over it, and nothing you have said has given the impression that he's done anything stalker-like except existing in the same school as you. You seem way more obsessed than him. He also lives close to my house, like almost right next door. It's very scary sometimes. We walk home at around the same time, and he is literally just following me. Jaden Smith at the Grammys Red Carpet 2025. 1 star. My husband and I have shopped here consistently for years, but we will use a different location from now on. It will literally lock the doors right in your face if you show up 2 minutes after closing. It's called closing for a reason. There's some messed up stuff. Well, if my life was a movie or TV show, fans would still love me and draw artwork of me regardless, so I'm not gonna worry about it. This is how YouTubers live, I think. Nah, maybe some. I do not have main character syndrome. I am the only human character in a Muppet movie syndrome. Alright, you are the main character. I thought it would be funny to teach my speech students, hello, my name is, in Spanish, good afternoon. My son is one of your morning speech students. He came home speaking Spanish, which I found surprisingly inappropriate. My son is American and has spoken English his entire life. I appreciate the encouragement and patience you've had towards him, but don't confuse him with your Spanish words. He has done just fine knowing this country's language. Thank you. Looking to not have my time wasted. If you want me, show it and be a gentleman. Not 420 friendly and don't plan to be. And if your kids go first, then press the X. Each love is different, so putting your kids first is a red flag to not being ready for a relationship. What? Went for a little stroll this morning to get my coffee, and when have I never realized how much people stare? Stare at what? What are they staring at? How is it we're in a stadium full of men, and still not one man has came up to hit on us or even talk to us? I don't know. Was at the bus stop, started pouring down with rain. Person next to me had an umbrella. I didn't even have a coat and was getting soaked. Didn't even offer to share it. Honestly, like, I would. Is that weird? Like, I know personal space and stuff. Like, they obviously don't have to, but it would be kind. But I would try and share it. My roommate moved out and he took the shower curtain with him. This person who blocked the exit of a grocery store so they could load up their stuff without having to go into the rain. Elon Musk says hundreds of millions of people will have his brain chips in the next 20 years as a third person receives the implant. Just got kicked off a literal international flight for playing the Tortured Poets department without headphones. I was just trying to recruit some new Swifties and now I have to rebook my 3K flight. 3K? 1 star. Don't bother calling for takeout. They put you back on hold and never come back. Sorry for your inconvenience. The server taking your order had a seizure while doing so and couldn't complete the process. When you showed up to retrieve your order and it was not ready. Even though there was an ambulance in front of the restaurant and we were tending to the medical emergency at hand, we offered to complete your order at that time. I'm sorry that you declined and chose to complain in a public forum. Peak entitlement. My dad just made the doctor's office stay open an hour after they closed because I lost my voice. So yes, I won't be settling for less. See, I get this, but I also feel bad for the workers, but I also feel bad, the dad's doing it out of love. If it was really this serious, you should have went to the ambulance. You should have went to the hospital. That's what I think. Like, emergency services. This driver who took up 4 parking spots. My current situation, flight cancelled after sitting 4 hours on the tarmac. Next flight available, 6:22 a.m. And I'm one of the lucky ones. Many could not get flights till Tuesday. No need to leave the airport. Just chilling in the handicapped stall sitting in my wheelchair. Got my alarm set in case I fall asleep. Prayers for no delays and safe travels home tomorrow. Oh yes, because there are no people who are handicapped who need to use that toilet. Oh yes. This pick-me girl didn't want any of her friends even following basic hygiene for her birthday, so as to not outshine her. Hey, rules for my birthday. No lashes done, hair, makeup, taking a bath, brushing teeth. Nails cannot be done. Don't try and outdress me. If you don't like the rules, simply don't come. And a gift must be brought in order for you to enter. Must be over $100. Yeah, this is a fake meme. No one's actually like this. All my faith in humanity is gone if people are like this. This main character not only invaded another space, but took half an hour work call without headphones, straight to jail. My roommate used my mouthwash and replaced what he used with water. This person expected strangers to pay for their baby. Oops, I did it again. Baby number 6. Venmo. Man on Valencia Metro, taking up a whole row of seats with his bags as other people stand. As did these people. No kite flying. No dogs on beach. Oh well, at least I didn't didn't bring a kite, right? These folks walk 4 across every morning and don't check behind for cars. Yeah, but they're not really doing this intentionally. I don't think this is that bad. This is not that bad. And they've got dogs. I just think if people have dogs, they're nice people. Most people with dogs, yeah, you're a good person. That is a huge Bluetooth speaker on his back. Yes, there is music coming out of it. Typically, the only thing I use commercial gyms for is machines and sauna. Sometimes it's good for my low self-esteem to walk in and dominate the powerlifting section with the most weight moved in that spot ever. Yeah, you think I'm gonna read the rest of this? This is just like you stroking your own ego. Actually cringe. What is life like as an attractive person? Well, I'm not attractive, but one time I ate a very good macaroni salad. I would like to hear more about this macaroni salad. No. What are the expectations of a meal when you bring a nanny to a restaurant? I'm traveling to New York City and want to have nicer lunches and dinners. At these restaurants, it'll likely just be myself, the baby and the nanny. It is expected that I also treat her to all of these meals. The price per person is $50 to $100. Yeah, you should be paying for the nanny. Or yeah, you could go alone and take the nanny but you should be expected to pay 100%. Or even a drink, you know, like get a drink for them. But I think you gotta pay. You're not gonna get something crazy. Woman sent man 159,000 texts and broke into his home naked after one day. I need her. No, I'm kidding. Cruel kid set fire to homeless man's tent while he is still inside. Man jailed for 28 years after woman dreamed that he assaulted her is set to be freed. She should now be jailed for 28 years and he should be given a lot of money. When a guy has bigger bobs than you, okay, but he's in the gym and who cares? Mind your own business. Why he looks like he's got nothing to do with you. Why men should give their wives a cheat pass this Christmas. Did a wife who wants to just get a divorce make this post? A guy I put in the friend zone a year ago almost got a girlfriend today, so I told him I like him. I don't, but I need him just in case. What do you mean just in case? When are we going to talk about the fact that having a crush is literally a form of harassment? Vandals smash up cars of doctors and nurses left outside UK hospitals as they work overtime. Why? Why doctors and nurses out of all people? A group of girls said a male classmate assaulted them. He was escorted from the school in shackles, charged with crimes, and spent an entire summer indoors with an ankle monitor. Finally, the girls admitted they made it up because they didn't like him. I'm glad they came out with the truth, but this is a disgusting thing to do to someone. Beekeeper's life work destroyed by arsonists who trashed his hives, sheds, and greenhouse. Influencer tricks elderly men into eating soap covered in chocolate. Apologizes. You can apologize behind bars, man. Mum who pretended to have cancer to make £45,000 from GoFundMe faces jail. Men are downright cruel to people they don't find attractive. Women are not. She later tweeted, "No one gives a damn about what an ugly has to say." So she's just a hypocrite. TikToker's neighbors claim his party guests are pooping in the street. Causes Bryce Hall. A Florida man was arrested for shining a laser pointer at planes, temporarily blinding a pilot. Florida man doing a crime? Yep, I believe it. Having all your kids by the same man seems silly. His resources only gonna go so far and be spread so thin. Give your kid their own dad. Park Swing area was used for a party and fire pit. I cleaned up as much as I can, but the wooden nails are still hot. Worried kids and animals will get hurt. At a kids park? You couldn't have just taken that stuff to a bin or with you? God, send me a girl that's heartbroken so I can break that person's heart even more. Police are appealing for information and are urging the public to take extra care after homemade spikes were found scattered across a running trail. Whoever did this must hate runners. This is some next level hating. 2 of our vans in Southmead were burnt out last night during disturbances in the town, at a time when home delivery is literally a lifeline for some vulnerable people. This is sickening. I literally photoshopped a pregnancy test and this man coughed up $600 the same week along with my new phone and went shopping with me. The whole time I was on my period. Hope he finds out and leaves you. Hospital worker in Birmingham used dead patient's bank card to buy chips. To buy crisps. I can't believe I just said, oh my god, I'm turning American. Becoming American! Totally not creepy and a predator. Yo, you can't just go around posting pictures of random people calling them a predator. There's no context for this photo. Some idiot left a football filled with concrete in the middle of a field. The person wrote this found out the hard way. Goes to Egypt, carves Ding Jin Hao was here into a 3,500-year-old temple. Kenya's only white female giraffe and her calf have been killed by poachers. We should start doing this to poachers, you know? Treating them the same way they've been treating animals. Reminder, it's not just fuzzy, fluffy, cute swimming ocean wildlife that deserves your respect and distance. Corals aren't plants, they're animals. Imagine carving your names on cats/dogs. Recently found out that my ex had been cheating on me for the past 5 months. So here's a picture of him crying like a child when I found out. And I left him. Gets me every time. Daughters find out our marriage is over. Nothing like being in a marriage and when you want to get a divorce, you just make a YouTube video about it. Oxford University student who stabbed her Tinder lover in a drink and drug-fueled rage, could be spared jail by a judge because she's extraordinary and it would damage her surgeon career. Screw her surgeon career, she stabbed someone. I think you throw away your career when you start stabbing people. I was badly craving Pizza Hut, so I asked my boyfriend if he would buy it because I was broke and he said no because I didn't really need it. So then I threatened to report him for domestic violence and the guy was on the app straight away. This is like a level above toxic. I don't even know. He flinches when I move my arm, as he should.
Oh yes, I'm proud that my boyfriend is scared of me because I attack him or threaten him.
I don't know what you do, but clearly something if he flinches. Can you identify this man? He lost his blue poop bag and I would like to return it to him. Feel free to share with our neighbors. Imagine being this student seeing this post, cringing at yourself. Disturbing TikTok trend sees teen girls posing as domestic abuse victims. Why is this even a trend to begin with? Remember 2020 when the virus was a big thing? Well, 3 teens were arrested after coughing in faces of elderly people. I hate how this is in the UK. This does not represent us. I can't believe they took my mother's balloons, bear, and roses away. Have some compassion. That was my mother that passed away on that corner. Please do not throw any cigarette butts out of your car window. Conditions are incredibly dry, and if this fire was not extinguished quickly, it could have gotten out of control and cost someone their home, or even worse, start like a massive fire. In high school, my friend was in charge of the money for Water Wars, and instead of giving the winning team the money, we spent it on a hotel room and alcohol for after prom. Mugshots.com puts people's mugshots online, then demands payment to take them down. The site's founders were just arrested for extortion. Here are their mugshots. The guy on the left looks evil, the guy on the right looks nice. Good cop, bad cop. But they're both bad cop. This TikTok of this girl holding bleach to her eye, saying it changes your eye color, has 500,000 likes. This process causes permanent eye damage. If I didn't know any better, I would say this is a coordinated attack against... I don't know if it's that. I would just say it's someone being an idiot and trying to rage bait. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't think it's that thought out. I think it's just someone being an idiot. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm going to have to cancel my art raffle because my parents destroyed my art tablet. It's been smashed into pieces because I didn't get up on time this morning. I can't do art now, one of the only things that I love. I can't even afford to replace it. It was recently brought to my attention that if you order on DoorDash, then go after to help and say your entire order was missing. They'll give you a refund in DoorDash credit. Thank you Jaden and Angie for feeding my fat ass twice today for the price of one.
DoorDash unblocked my debit card. I promise not to scam you for free food ever again. I'm hungry.
I need help. My house got blown away in the tornado. Can you guys cash up me? This is a real thing. I can't believe people are already trying to take advantage of others. Your Facebook says you live in Mexico City. How do you need help in Nashville? Mind your business, okay? Went to eat with this person tonight. The waitress was horrible, and then they didn't bring me a pen to sign with. Hence to say I got a little inventive. So you're making a post trying to make yourself seem like the good person, being this immature. Wow. There is no such thing as depression. You feel sad, you get over it. You will always feel depressed when your life is depressed. Change it. There is such thing as depression. But there are things you can do to help. Thieves stole nearly $10,000 worth of Christmas presents and decorations intended for children whose parents are in prison. Stealing from children who need it? Nah, you ain't no Robin Hood. Anorexia? I don't know her anymore. Look at how grotesquely fat I've become. This is a joke, right? I'm at a healthy weight. There was a middle ground here that you went over a while back. Good while back, yeah. Bad take, she's more bro, why would you waste an opportunity to make an attention-craving female feel bad about herself and instead give her exactly what she wants? I've never met, have any of you guys met someone like this in person? I don't think these people are real. I think they're just baiting. I think this is all either bait or they just don't go outside. I've never met people like this. An unknown perpetrator poisoned 39 hives. 1.5 million bees were killed. Why would you do this? The bees did nothing wrong. This film is a fully plagiarized, shot-for-shot remake of my comic. The filmmakers didn't ask me for permission to adapt my work. They didn't even notify me they were doing so until the film had already been released and was winning awards at film festivals. Police officer admits he told homeless man to lick public urinal to avoid arrest. Yeah, can you do me a favor? Can you pee on a stick for me and send me pictures of your ultrasound? My boyfriend is trying to leave me. Girl, no. Please, I'll pay you, and can you tell me your date to your appointments? I can come with you and stuff, and I can send him pictures of every ultrasound, because if I tell him I'm pregnant, he won't use protection no more. And by then I should... Damn! No way! People are this evil? Nah, I refuse to believe believe it. The world has gone sour. I can see why he wants to get rid of you. Oh my god. You are under video surveillance. Please stop abandoning your... Oh, don't abandon animals. Military spouses deserve drinks for free. Screw this place. We serve our butts off way more than anyone. 13-year-old speaks out after bully set her hair on fire. I did CPR on a crash victim until paramedics arrived. They said I saved her life. I am now being sued by her for breaking a rib. What do I do? Surely you can argue in court that you were just saving her life. How do I tell my husband that he is no longer good enough for me? I got fit. I got promoted. There are dozens of men at my work that are better looking, drive better cars, stay in larger homes, that have manifested interest in me. I decided I deserve more and better. Not going on Quora and asking random strangers. Talk to him directly. Or see a therapist. Never again. Response from the host. Hi Tina. Thank you. We would not host any guests who plan to bring illegal drugs and playing loud music to disturbing the residents. The police were involved and the residents are very upset. In addition to the furniture and blinds were broken by you. Julian Lennon had to buy the letters he wrote to his father, John Lennon, at an auction because Yoko Ono wouldn't give them to him. The former CEO of Make-A-Wish Iowa has been arrested on felony charges alleging she embezzled tens of thousands of dollars from the charity that supports sick children. You assaulted me. I'm officially accusing you of assaulting me. I expect you to hurt yourself by 7 p.m. tonight. Thanks for your cooperation. Okay, before this goes farther, I've never met this person and I hope to never. He has never touched me and I pray he never will, and I hope he doesn't hurt himself to prove a childish point. He called me dumb and I wanted to make a point, that's all. So sorry. Thank you. Got autism? Studies have shown a link between cow's milk and autism. My brother just found out he's not the father of the kid he's been raising for 3 years. When he asked the mother why she never told him the truth, she said, I said I was pregnant. I never said you made me pregnant. Bruh. Hell nah. Whoever took my old-fashioned sewing machine from here, please return it. I have had it for 90 years and it's very sentimental to me. No dumping. $1,000 fine. You gotta find those people and fine them $1,000. Prosecutors. Former McLean County woman stole $400,000 from Project Linus Kids Charity. I will say it as much as I have to. Old people are not entitled to reserve shopping hour before stores open. It's not our fault you were born before us. It's not our fault as you age you develop health problems. It's not our fault as you grow older you are slower than the rest of us. It's not our fault you... Okay, I thought this was a joke, but this person just hates old people. Just have some empathy, you know? Humans do have empathy. Can't sleep. Yesterday someone said they would send a large art tip, but took it back to send a message. JK, no handouts. Now's the time to get a useful job. Don't do this to anyone. I'm still okay for next month's expenses, just really crushed inside. Today's a new day. Settle a debate. I'm a good sleeper who enjoys going back to sleep. Mrs. Effin is insomniac. I like to set my alarm to go off every hour from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., then every 15 minutes till I get up at 6. Mrs. F says this is unfair. It is unfair. There is no debate needed. This is just selfish. Thief steals donation jar from local family trying to pay for their baby's headstone. I thought thieves had standards. Village speed limit 80 or is it 30? This is dangerous. This is what I woke up to this morning. I'm completely crushed. I don't understand why someone would ruin something that is just there to bring happiness to others. My 7-year-old's face crumbled when she saw it. I'm not sure what my plan is yet going forward. I don't want one person to ruin it for others, but I don't want to keep putting my time and money into something that others want to destroy. Get a camera. Catch them. Call the police. Bang. Please return missing picture from community room. It was a historic picture saved from demo. No questions asked. Thank you. I got this DM after making a post about being very depressed. Hey, I saw your post and I feel bad asking, but can I have $50? I know it's random, but what are you gonna do with your money? Might as well donate to the less fortunate. I honestly want to buy something nice for myself. Although you don't have to, I don't want to be rude. See, this would snap me right out of depression. I would just find this so funny. How are you asking someone this? Especially if they're on Reddit, like just crying their eyes out making a post. Shameless. Last week I went to Costco and bought a crate of water. Got down to my car while opening my boot. A man walked up to me, looked me in the eye and picked my crate of water. Turned around and walked off. Context, I'm a wheelchair user. Fixing artists' trash art. Before, after. Well, I thought art is subjective. Hello, can anyone remove the center kid? Willing to cash app, Venmo, or Zelle. Photographer's permission is included. Teenagers offer free squirts of hand sanitizer to shoppers in Bradford, but it's super glue. Mum slams school after her son is forced to poop behind a bush. When teachers refuse to unlock toilets during class. Yeah, there are some weird teachers. When I was a kid, I think I must have been 10. I was in a test. I was doing a test with my friend. Well, the whole class, right? We were doing this test on the computer. And I was struggling, so I started talking to my friend. And then the teacher pinched me. I started crying, and then he held me back and said, if you tell anyone that you were crying, no, he said, if you tell your parents or something, like, everyone will know that you were crying. I don't even, it's so long ago, I hardly remember all the details properly. But that teacher was so weird. And I actually didn't tell my parents. I'm such an idiot. I hated that teacher so much. Sober life, 58 years. Not sure why people think putting out a fire they started deserves any recognition. This man slaps a Burger King employee because his nuggets were too spicy. If I got slapped for this working, I'd slap him back. Are you kidding me? And then if he starts chasing me, I'm pouring I'm just pouring like frying oil on his face. Ah! No. If I actually get slapped, I'm just calling the police. I'm not fighting someone. Public notice. It has come to our attention that some people have been allowing their dogs to chase the wildlife, particularly the newly hatched gooselings near the lake and the rabbits elsewhere in the park. This will not be tolerated under any circumstances. Based, yep, looks about what was expected. Meet the man behind a third of what's on Wikipedia. I wonder if he's still using Wikipedia. The owner of Washington Redskins had 140 trees cut down in a national park because he wanted a better view from his mansion. When a park ranger raised concerns about it, he got demoted and his house was raided by US Marshals. Damn, this guy's got way too much power. Mother says she wants her daughter to get plastic surgery because ugly people get nowhere. Okay, first of all, she's your daughter. Why are you even saying something like this to your own daughter? And two, you should take your own advice. Hackers sent videos and images of flashing strobe lights to thousands of Twitter followers of the Epilepsy Foundation last month in a mass cyber attack that apparently sought to trigger seizures in those with epilepsy, the foundation said. Oh yes, what a great prank. Sending people to hospital. Terrible teacher saw student duct taped to chair, then laughs. Wow, teacher should be fired, sent to jail. Get a PS5 for free. Mum caught with gun outside Disney World, blamed 6-year-old son. Has anyone ever had to give back the security deposit? A few months ago, my long-term tenants left my place in surprisingly good condition, and I whacked my brains trying to find something they broke, and I couldn't fault them for a single thing. I think it was because it's a newly built apartment. Every other property in my I didn't even need to read the rest. I think I read the most important thing. Landlords be crazy. My perfect affair. How I'm getting away with it. Tell no one, put nothing in writing, pay in cash, don't drink and keep off the phone. How to have an affair for 9 years and get away with it. Get out from a 12-hour shift in A&E to this. I'm absolutely devastated. No words. Let's just hope I never have to be your nurse. And for what? To steal an old coat of my prescription sunglasses? I hope they're worth it. I am an NHS nurse. I have not paid to park. Thank you. These are the people you should be respecting the most. People are luring Instacart shoppers with big tips and then changing them to zero. 24 hours homeless. How much money did I make? This is really messed up. So my first grade teacher had ALS or something, and I think she couldn't stand. One day I fell asleep in class and I got in trouble. So I told her if she doesn't stop talking, I would take the batteries out of her wheelchair. Oh, you've matured. I don't think she was offended. You were like in first grade. I didn't even know how you came up with something like that though. God, I'm such an evil person, but it's also kind of funny. Now I laugh whenever I remember her saying, I can't stand these kids, because she couldn't actually stand. This is weird because I used to babysit you when you were little, and you were such a brat, but you seem mature and chill now, so I was wondering if you want— Ugh. No dude, stuck up, witch. I could have had my way with you back then and I didn't. I feel like you owe me that. That's something that will get you put on a watch list. My mother-in-law wore a wedding dress to my wedding. So yeah, top that one, Twitter. Wedding fail. Why are you trying to shame her online? I don't think she did it on purpose. As someone with a profound disability, it's disgusting to me that people are using the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 to justify avoiding a minor inconvenience. These badly misspelled cards and their card-carrying members are using disabled people as shields to harm others. Thieves steal $250,000 worth of protective gear that was destined for hospitals. An aspiring rapper sought fame and fortune, so he had a hitman end his mum to inherit— Dude, what? Life in prison. Life. 1 million years. Rest in peace to the mother. Remove Amber Heard from Aquaman 2. Remember when— I didn't even watch Aquaman 2. Amber Heard's in that movie? No, I just didn't give it any attention. Was she in it in the end? Yeah, she was in it. Let me actually check its box. It made 400 mil? What? How much did Amber Heard get paid for Aquaman 2? 2 million? Bruh. Well, her career's over now anyway. I'm in the liquor aisle working, and this white older guy tells me, you're working in the liquor aisle, but you don't look old enough to drink it. So it's called good aging and genetics. Something you and your people— We didn't need to go there. And even though I'm not old enough to buy liquor, I'm not even in need of it like you desperately are. See, I do have a baby face. There are instances where people don't believe I am my age. Like if I'm going to a pub with my friends, they'll look at my ID and they'll be like, wait, is this really you? But I don't think it's that serious. I think the guy was just making a joke. I can see how she took it that way, but not that far. Some idiot spray painted his dog with the word free and dumped him along the road. Oh, I just hate people who are mean to animals. I've said this a bajillion times. People who are mean to animals should be tortured for the rest of their life. I spend about $500 to $600 on Black Friday and call every church everywhere and find places to give me free presents on top of it. Then I spend $200 to $300 on clothes and shoes from November to December and get hooked up by my free places. I usually find between 3 and 6 places and my kids end up with about 50 to 70. So you're just taking advantage of people. People who need that should be getting this, whatever. Thinking about that time when my coworkers at Chick-fil-A didn't like me, so they threw me in a dumpster and poured a nasty gross mixture of liquids on me on my last day. Could you say this is like attempted murder? Maybe not, just because it's nasty gross, but I don't even know what the liquid is. But if it's something like dangerous to breathe in, barf. Barf, eh? Yeah, dude, bye. Fake as frick. Live your life, but your kid is really adorable. Your girlfriend is ugly as hell. I think there was a bit of extra context, which I didn't download because I'm an idiot. But apparently this girl, they were dating maybe 5 years ago. Yeah, this has got quite a bit of lore. And she works as a nurse and she texted at 4, so she must have been on the job. I don't know. This is what this post was saying, okay? I'm no detective. This is crazy. Dude's been rent-free in her mind. This lady got mad Walmart didn't have any great value cookies, so she made this mess. They just kick her out. Yeah, I'm not putting up with that. If I work at Walmart and some person just starts spazzing out like that, I could never see this happening in the UK. But then again, it's just humans. Some humans be crazy. Swan dies from broken heart after heartless Yob smashed her eggs with bricks. Sarah, what is the goal here? What are you trying to do? Oh, there's a swan. It has eggs. I'm just gonna destroy the eggs because I'm weird, I'm cruel. Like, what is there to benefit? Nothing. I sympathize so much with animals because most animals, they're not conscious to the level that we are, right? We know better. You know, humans know better to do this. I went to my grandma's house. Let's just say she wasn't in. Where was she? She might have been eat. I'm the one that always knows when you've got uncovered toes. While asleep, I'll uncover your feet. Then those tasty treats I'll eat. The people of the town said a monster lived in the woods. I frankly found it ridiculous. For I was the only one who lived in the woods, and I have seen no monster. Tinder is completely useless, and I don't have a single match. If I don't find another way to start a campfire tonight, I'll freeze to death. I sneezed so hard I farted. It wasn't a fart. It's only 5 nights, it shouldn't be that hard, I said to myself. Removed. My mum always said that our family couldn't handle peppers. It was only when I felt my teeth falling out that I really understood what she meant. A 46,000-year-old worm found in Siberian permafrost was brought back to life and started having babies. Where's the other sentence? Give us your scariest story in 2 sentences or less. Or less. Everyone always talks about skeletons in the closet. What do I do if a skeleton comes out of the closet? Urgent. Congratulate him. It isn't every day you see a gay skeleton. Bananas contain potassium. Before I explode, I realized I shouldn't have drank water after eating that fruit bowl. I spent some time at my wife's grave today. She still thinks I'm digging a pool. The IKEA incident. I decided to go on a tour of the IKEA factory. Little did I know I would find the creature that lays the IKEA meatballs. He attended a party where he was 5 and each kid was given a young chick to take home. As he laid on his deathbed at the age of 99, he wonders why the chicken still hasn't died. I don't get it. He has a chicken that has been alive for 94 years. If I were dating you, well, let's just say horses wouldn't be called horses anymore. What does this mean? My noodles were tasting a little off until I looked down and they were actually worms. I hate tomatoes, I said to myself, peering out the bus window. I realized we were approaching the tomato factory. Homie, what? They make them. My wife being pregnant without my involvement normally would have made me suspicious. Since we've been alone in this spaceship for a year, it made me afraid. It's a miracle. See, no monsters anywhere, Grandma said to her grandson after searching the room. Outside the bedroom, Grandma pulled the goblin she found in the closet from her robe pocket, squeezed its neck until a loud crack echoed across the hallway and said, "Nobody messes with my grandson." That was a hard day of work, I uttered as I lay down. You're telling me, said the 7-foot gorilla standing at the foot of my bed. It was just another day down at the park with my friends until 128 dead raccoons fell from the sky. This morning I woke up left-handed. I just want to go home. What? If I put a lot of periods in the first sentence, the mods will have to remove it for being more than 2 sentences. I hope this works because my captor says once this hits 100 upvotes, I'm done for. It got 22,000. This guy is toast. I hope no one hears our terrible secret, I said to my friend. I did, said Big Ears Man. While tidying my laboratory, I came across an unfamiliar notebook and opened the first page. Warning, the subject still thinks he is the scientist. I wasn't scared of long hallways. That wasn't until I met the hallway man. I was about to tell a funny joke, then I forgot it, and then I just stole it from someone. Yesterday I figured out how my curse worked. Apparently only people in danger can see what I write. I've always wondered, what's the scythe for anyway? I asked as Death escorted me to the underworld. Protection, he answered nervously. The new neighbor stood at my door, explaining that he was a registered offender. I stood frozen in horror, unable to comprehend that he didn't even recognize me. Imagine my luck. I found a $100 bill just laying on the ground. Then Benjamin Franklin's face turned demonic, then said, "No gains without pains." As I leapt from the skyscraper, I saw a happy birthday text. Oh, they did remember. Oops, wrong person. Oh no, it's Jeff the Killer. I'm going to Jeff the Kill you. I can hear 1 year into the future. Today, the noise stopped. I was born blind, but lucky enough to have a loving mother who took care of my every need. Imagine the betrayal I felt when a stitch slipped and a ray of light hit my eye for the first time. Oh boy, I sure do love being a straight male. $20. That's all it takes. 20. Come on in, have a seat, said the dentist, who invented the electric chair. My excitement turned to horror as I opened my birthday gift. Inside was a one-way ticket to Slenderman. What does this even mean? Scary. Did you know you have 306 bones in your body? Not 305, 4, 3, 2, 1, 300, 206, or am I missing something? Oh crap, I added 100 more bones. I stare at the monitor, quickly alerting me of the almost empty power supply. Freddy? I thought my plants were safe, and then the zombies appeared. Wait, I can't swim, as my sister pushed me into the ocean. Splurge, splurge, blah, 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 blah. I heard a knock on the door. I'm on an airplane. The building was abandoned. Holy hell. Yeah. The driver wasn't very chatty, so I checked my phone. Hey, it's your Uber. I'm outside. What's that loud banging noise? One of the 5-year-olds asked. Thunder, the teacher said nervously, locking the door. Don't panic. This is your brain. I don't have much time. It can't decipher words. Get help. It's already inside of you. Never mind. You're fine. False alarm. I got home from the store and began unwrapping several packages of meat. One of the meat began moving. I decided to kill off a few characters in the book I'm writing. It would definitely spice up my autobiography a little. The victim was found with 108 Uno cards in his corpse. Then the coroner pulled one out. He heard a ticking sound begin and noticed the card was marked reverse. I've been pregnant for 13 months. My baby is still growing. The aliens arrived with a message of peace and love for Earth, and as the first gesture of goodwill, they removed the human parasites from its surface. The police claimed they arrived 2 hours after the life had been taken. Turns out it was longer than that. What does that mean? The murder was 3 hours ago? Barry loved to play in the snow, but so did the meatworm. Barry versus the meatworm. Barry wins. I don't understand. I poured a whole bottle of No Tears shampoo in his eyes, yet he won't stop. R/2 sentence horror? Maybe a more developed criticism, please. Bird 1. Uh-oh. Bird 2. Don't worry, he only has 1 stone. The world was thrilled with the announcement that the first mission to Mars would be an all-female crew. 1 year later, the world was terrified when they all returned pregnant. I've missed you so much, I whispered as she removed her clothes to take a shower. Watching her through the binoculars was painful, but at least I'd found where her new house was. Hey, chef, I called into the kitchen. My meal began being prepared by a creature. I ran out of ketchup, so I went down to the basement. The creature whimpered. He knows it's time for another milking session. The family enjoys their milk at the table. Little do they know it was harvest from my creature. It almost feels like Christmas, except I've got no eggnog. Thankfully, I can just milk some more from my creature. When the tsunamis hit, most people were evacuated. Feeling the trickle of water rise to my chin, I let go of the prison bars in bitter resentment. Mother, hello, I am looking for a friendly clown for my son's birthday. Are you one of those? Murder clown? Yeah. I sat alone in the darkness, waiting for someone to come and fix the elevator. When I heard heard the guard's voice over the intercom. Don't worry, someone will be there soon to get both of you out. The moon looks beautiful tonight. What's that crawling across it? Benedict Cumberbatch. How could you do this? I screamed as I looked into the mirror, realizing what I've become. My girlfriend had dementia and was slowly regaining her memories. I really wish she could just forget what I did to her that caused her memory loss. Do you mean amnesia? Why can't we edit titles? Like, why? My mum says I need to start taking my schizophrenia medication again because it's unhealthy for me to suddenly stop talking to them, but it's the only way I can keep her around. I used to hate the sound of crickets outside the lonely farmhouse. Now every time they go silent, I know that that thing is passing by, and I pray for them to chirp again. My girlfriend wiped the tears from my eyes with a tissue. Little did she know the tears came from the creature I have in my basement. In 1950, there were 2.5 billion people on Earth. Now there is 8, but since Sarah just died, I guess the number went down to 7. When all the coma patients woke up, we all thought it was a miracle. When the bodies in the morgue woke up too, we realized that it wasn't a miracle. After my girlfriend dumped me, I punched my bathroom mirror in anger, leaving blood in the cracks. At first I thought the blood was from my fist, then the shards fell to reveal a wall of flesh behind the mirror. The words "Don't open dead inside" has been scratched onto the door. We all looked at each other in confusion, as that was the door we had just come out of. I chuckled as my kid accidentally got into the identical car behind me in the school pickup line. I screamed as the car tore out of the parking lot. No matter how much we fight, my wife will always prepare my coffee in the morning. Though this time it did taste a little like almonds. He cried when he saw the acceptance letter from Stanford, as he wished his parents could be here to see it, but he had to do it to come up with that orphan teenager story for the college application. One day I was walking down the street and someone started to chase me. He said, "I want to kidnap you. Go away." In the middle of the night, your dog stands on his hind legs and says, "Nobody will ever believe you." Then you see him grab a kitchen knife and run into your parents' room. I am tackling him. "What's gotten into you, dude?" She said last time we're stuck in a time loop, which really annoyed me because that's what she said last time. "Please, take me instead," I screamed, grabbing at the 2 men who took my child. "Sorry, ma'am, children only," they said, as they continue loading up the last lifeboat on the ship. Why am I suffering when I only wished for all these people that I hated to suffer? "You forgot about your own self-loathing," the genie replied. "I want you to turn my husband into an apple without killing him," said the wife to the genie. "Now turn him back," she said after she finished peeling off the apple skin. Finding a stranger in your house at night is never a good thing. Not finding me is worse though. "Don't open my monkey closet," I said to the guy. He did and got eaten to death and died and what? The Fall Out Boy concert was going great until boys started falling out of the sky. I didn't know where the muffled screams were coming from until I lifted the bun of my burger. That's when I saw that the patty was actually meat, men. An eye for an eye leaves the world blind, Eddie the Eye-Eater thought as he began to feast. I sighed as my husband called my phone, letting me know he hit something in the road. As I walked to the shed for the special shovel, I was relieved when he said, "It was just a wait, what was it before? A human?" Every time it rains, I have an uncontrollable urge to eat an animal double the size of what I ate previously. I just ate a blue whale, and I'm praying to whatever god there is for a trout. 10 armed men enter my home. There were 2 of them with 5 arms. When we started dating, I didn't notice anything unusual about my partner, but then one day, suddenly horses weren't called horses anymore. What were they called? I work a night shift at the hospital. Sometimes I hear screaming, but I work alone. Those are the patients, you idiot. 4-word horror story. I heard my wife knock on the bathroom door, but then I remembered our bathroom doesn't have a door. I'm sorry, but the confusion of why your bathroom doesn't have a door far outweighs any feelings of horror this might invoke. Can't afford a door. The horror here is the realities of life. So what was your wife knocking on? Those pee-pee. It's not even 4 words. "I love you, son," I said. "Skibbity toilet," he replied. All my life, my parents have told me not to open the basement door, but I got curious and disobeyed them. What is that glowing ball in the sky, and why does it hurt my eyes? "But I beat you. You don't own my soul," shouted the old man at the gates of hell. Satan replied, "My dear I don't like that, that's my name. I let you win and take that golden instrument, so your pride in victory would bring you here all on your own." A woman found me in the well, my voice now gone from calling. I thought she came to save me, but she laughed and came down crawling. I sure hope my sandwich doesn't have pickles. I was shot to death by Pickle Man. God damn it, Pickle Man. I told you to stop doing this. I told her there was no monsters in her closet as I picked her up and told her she could sleep with us tonight. I figured that was the safest way of getting her out of the house without him realizing I saw him. Your jacket is oddly soft. What is it made of? If I told them how I made it, I would have to add them to the jacket as well. I put up some pretty solid posts last night, but I woke up this morning and noticed that almost all of them got taken down. I can't help but wonder if they made it past the the fence this easy. Who's to say they aren't already inside? Me at Red Lobster. I will have Red Lobster. Waiter. Okay. The doctor looked shocked at the MRI scan of my brain. When was the last time you swam outdoors? I love pistachio nuts. I didn't even notice that these weren't just green. They were glowing green. When I was a kid, I was always getting in trouble for playing after bedtime. For whatever reason, my mum never saw the black-eyed children in my closet that would beg me to come play with them. I took her to my penthouse, then I freaked it. Madeline was exhausted and couldn't wait to finish her last delivery, so that she could go sleep in her king-size bed. But as her husband, who was supposed to be away on business, answered the door to accept the food, she knew that the only bed she was going to be sleeping in for the next 30 years was going to be a twin-sized bunk in a 10x20 concrete cell. What? I once met a devil named Dave and made a deal with him to always win any card game. But last night, I kept losing to my mother. After seeing her eyes turn black, I excused myself to the toilet and summoned Dave, but he seemed as terrified as I was. The sound of my son calling for my help grew fainter and fainter. As the batteries in my hearing aids died, I realized it would soon be impossible for me to find him in time. I walked to the stairs while my train departs on the platform next to me. Suddenly, I hear a familiar voice through my headset. Bluetooth disconnected. After hours of searching, I finally found an article that could save my child from his allergies. This content is not available in your country. The WHO announced the end of the world with 4 words. Prions have become airborne. I was washing my hands in the bathroom at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria when I dropped the soap and went to pick it up. Then I realized the animatronics get a bit quirky at night. For my last wish, I wished my dad to be alive again. I stood atop his grave and smiled, imagining him screaming and clawing at his coffin lid, as he did the 2 previous times I wished him back. I always had a strong fascination with the beauty of fire. It's not my fault I didn't know the abandoned and rotting house was a popular spot for children hiding from home. My parents always knocked 5 times on my door to make sure I was awake. Today, it was unevenly spaced, like something was trying to remember the pattern. Translated joke from your country. 2 hunters meet, both are dead. Behold, the peak of German comedy. I blink rapidly as my boyfriend and I smile at the police officer. I just pray he knows Morse code. I had a dream I was being dragged to hell, burning and withering in agony. I woke up with the doctor standing over me saying, "Phew, we'd lost you for a few minutes. You did go to hell. I forgot to grab something. I'll be right back," said Mum. As she rounded the corner out of sight, the cashier began ringing up our groceries. My boss exploded. Boom. Tears well up in my eyes as I watched the love of my life fall from the cliff. She should have just said yes. "Daddy, what is 2 + 2? The kid asked. As soon as the man replied 4, the kid knew that the man might look and sound like his daddy, but he was not his real daddy. My wife being pregnant without my involvement normally would have made me suspicious. Since we've been alone in this spaceship for a year, it made me afraid. I saved my dad from the scary man that approached the door. As he rewarded me with a car ride, he cried, "You were a good boy. I'm so sorry. If only dogs could speak." My 4-year-old said he wished that people didn't have to knock. I told him about doorbells, and he asked me to install one on his window. Despite the endless torture, hell really isn't so bad. Every time they let us see the shifting, endless, massive, ever-singing, ever-smiling things, I'm reminded that the damnation beats the alternative. I must admit, lucid dreaming really is as amazing as people say. But after 2 years, I would like to wake up again. My parents used to comfort me when I was hurt, telling me that bleeding gets rid of the bad blood. As my vision darkens and the blade slips from my hand, I wonder if I was made of nothing else. I saw this on r/starter packs. Oh, I forgot to post the picture. I prayed to God for me not to have a sleep paralysis demon on top of me every night. It was until I saw the elongated black humanoid entity watching over me during my lunch that I realized the mistake I made. Why not invite him to come sit with you? He is black. Whoa, I don't think they mean it like that, but The new medication worked, and the internal voices that always told me what to do went silent. Kill them all, I thought, and this time nobody argued back. Whoa, so maybe you're like a schizophrenic which is fighting the urge to kill people. Like their normal nature is to kill people. Okay, that is just too much to unpack. That could be a really good movie. A guy asked me out. I said no and that he's ugly and that nobody will ever date him. He's got a girlfriend and I'm jealous. What should I do? My son hangs out with an autistic kid sometimes, and I don't want him to start taking after him and becoming autistic. How can I nip this problem in the bud? I suggest you have a strong discussion with your child's other parent and suggest that they do the parenting from now on, as you sound like a moron. Autism is not contagious, but I'm afraid stupidity is. So please stop spreading yours. I'm 14 years old and have smoked 3 puffs of a cigarette. Will I get cancer or will my lungs be damaged? Yep, you're dead. Good luck turning 15, cause you won't. My 15-year-old son destroyed his new PS5 because I didn't buy him a gaming PC. Should I give in or hold my ground and buy him another PS5 instead? Don't buy him another one, are you kidding me? If homosexuality isn't contagious, then why do I always have homosexual thoughts whenever my friend takes his shirt off? I've had 5 girlfriends so far, but I still haven't found happiness. What should I do? Maybe you need one boyfriend. I have 2 employees that usually leave work at 6 p.m. They're good, but I don't like that their commitment lasts for only work hours. What should I do as a CEO? You should copy and paste this complaint into a table in Microsoft Word. Print it double-sided in landscape mode. Fold it in half 8 times, soak it in olive oil, and shove it up your ass. The 1000 IQ baby who hurts itself at 1 year old. What would an IQ of 500 or 1000 look like? Dead. Most likely within the first years of life, if that. A person with this intelligence level will find out pretty quickly that the chances of fulfilling belongingness, needs, and meaningful connection will be non-existent. Nah. As a person with an IQ of 778,000, I disagree. If I hire a hitman to kill me and he fails, will I go to jail? How to spell out moans. Wee oink oink aye, oink, ah. I caught my son eating a bowl of strawberries. That's a gay fruit. How is that a gay fruit? How is a fruit gay? Does this mean he is gay? How do I confront him? What is the nastiest thing you've done for revenge? Found protection in my wife's purse. I looked on her phone and she had a text and pictures of her and a black guy. I had been fixed years earlier. I took a pin and punched a hole in all of them. She ended up pregnant and tried to convince me it was mine. I left and was able to walk away with no loss of income. My boyfriend is acting insecure just because I got with another guy at a motel without informing him. I did this because he was being needy. Plus, we're not married, so technically I'm single. What's he crying about? The lion, the witch, and the... I think this guy should just break up with her. Why are you still together? But then again, I doubt this actually happened because no one would put up with someone like this. How do I tell my husband that he is no longer good enough for me? I got fit, promoted. There are dozens of men at my work that are better looking, drive better cars, stay in larger homes, that have manifested interest in me. I decided I deserved more and better. Talk to him, not us. After taking an IQ test and receiving a humiliating score of 98, I have developed a serious insecurity surrounding my intelligence. I do well in school as an honors student, and I have been told I am intelligent my whole life. How can I cope? Well, taking an IQ test seriously should be an automatic deduction of 20 points. Things are looking worse and worse for this guy. How is the owner of Google? Bill Gates. My son keeps misbehaving, so I have temporarily banned his water privilege. Wait, banning water privileges? What type of house are you running, bro? He hasn't learned his lesson yet and still calls me a bad parent. What do I do? This is child abuse. You need to be reported. My teenage son has been going to the bathroom without my permission. How do I punish this behavior? Why are you still going to the bathroom with your teenage son? Why can't Rick Astley lead the Avengers? I don't need sleep. I need answers. My child just called me sus. What does this mean and what do I do? Stop acting sus. What would you do if you met your doppelganger? How would you react? What would you say? You're me, but I'm me, but you're me too. Tell me. How can I marry Emma Watson? If you want to get a woman to fall in love with you, feed her poetry. Do people eat flamingos? Flamingos are an endangered species. If you kill a flamingo, the government can kill you. Yahoo Answers might be gone, but we still have Quora. Why does England, a European country, speak English, an American language, instead of another foreign European language? An insect has been trapped in my side table for almost 2 years. It makes grinding noises occasionally, but how is it surviving without water? I don't know. I don't want to age. What can I do about this? You could freeze yourself, or you can, Loto God. My friend lied to his parents about having a girlfriend, and now they want to meet her. He wants me to dress up as a girl and pretend to be his girlfriend. Is this a good idea? Yeah, great idea. When I was 4, my sister was 2. I am now 44. How old is my sister? This is a tough one. She might be 42, but she could be 41 or 43, since you didn't say when your birthday is or her birthday. Also, she could be dead. Finally, you might have thought that she was your sister, but actually your mum had an affair with another man, and the woman who is 1 to 3 years younger than you is not actually your sister. Your mum may have given away your real sister for adoption, in which case she's probably older than you. See why it's tough? Firstly, what if you think your sister is dead, but she actually has become an astronaut or a secret government project for near light speed travel? Then your sister would be aging more slowly than you, so she could potentially be even younger than 41. Do frogs feel happy? Yes, there is nothing but eternal happiness in the life of a frog. What is a disturbing disturbing fact most people are unaware of. There's a reason people get ultrasounds rather than MRIs of their babies. Mathematics. Is 30 divisible by 2 and 3? And using Quora to answer this is like killing a mosquito with a thermonuclear intercontinental ballistic missile. Do women fart? Yes, from their ears. The horror. My 14-year-old daughter talks about dinosaurs and ancient civilizations. How do I make her stop? Does smoking drugs hide the effects of alcohol? No, it will only create more problems. My son wants to see Xbox Live. How do I get tickets? I put 12 socks in the washer and only 11 came out. This happens a lot. Where does the missing sock go? This problem has recently been solved by physicists at MIT. The equations have been known for some time, but the interpretation was only worked out last year. A process related to quantum dynamics. If a pair of socks are entangled with just the right color and geometry, one of them can no longer remain in this part of the cosmos, and it tunnels through to the sock nebula. A lot of my employees are resigning. Is it legal for me to put an employment bond to my existing and new employees so that it would be too difficult for them to resign? Well, that just sounds like slavery with extra steps. I want to steal my cousin's beauty with black magic. Is it possible? Maybe 400 years ago. You're 400 years late. My aunt caught her teenage daughter watching her young neighbor while he's taking his clothes off in his own house. Is she right to call the police on him? The daughter is the one watching the boy. Your aunt wants to call the police on the boy for changing in his own house? My friend from Canada says America is not the greatest country in the world. How can I convince him otherwise? Someone steals packages off my porch regularly. If I placed explosives in a box and injured the thief, would I be punished? Hypothetically. I don't know. You should try it, man. The NFL is a private business, so it's entirely legal for it to predetermine the outcome of its games, just as the WWE does. Is there a good use for the goo you get when you put styrofoam in gasoline? How do I get my pregnant 27-year-old daughter to understand that it's not her place to tell my homeschooled 14-year-old daughter how babies are made? My youngest asked her sister, I don't want my kids to know how babies are made until she's 18. At the age of 28, I am dating a woman that is 57 years old. Her son is 31 and lives with us. He is not respecting me as his stepfather. I try to educate him about his life, but he does not listen. Please help. What must I do? I can understand why he hates you. Does this mean it's over? My girlfriend stopped replying to me in texts. When I told her in person I don't accept her 6-year-old daughter. I just want her and her only. Her final text was, goodbye. Should I go to... I think you've lost her, man. But you know, you told her what you wanted and she told you what she wanted. Pretty messed up though. You shouldn't try and make a deal breaker like that. It's either you or the kid. Like, that says a lot about you. Are there ATMs in Nigeria? No, we don't have ATMs here. Everyone gets their money in their own mythical way. I, for one, go out at night and summon the mythical bird of the east called Ubunubunbunutu, which translates to MasterCard in English, and the spirit bird brings me cash wherever I go, and it's always correct. I never have to count, and as it flies away, it screams Danka Danka, which translates into thank you for banking with us in your English. It's so cool. I just deleted my 14-year-old son's 7-year-old Minecraft world after he only got D's and F's on his report card. He is now threatening to call child services. What should I do? Poor kid, 7 years, gone. How can you train yourself to go to sleep quickly like they do in the military? Wake up at 4:30, immediately go run 2 miles or jog 4 to 6 miles. Oh, this is not even a meme. This is just actual advice. They're basically just saying, get so tired you can sleep anywhere, because they're always tired. At 10:30, lay down. You will fall into the deepest sleep you have ever experienced. By day 2, you will have the ability to fall asleep instantly at any time, anywhere. My son won't stop saying, cement das concrete baby, and it's tearing our family apart. What do I do? Quora. How can I have these things for free? No, you have to pay. Piracy is illegal. Reddit. How can I have these things for free? Here and here and here. This is all the sites I know for free things. May God be with you. My 20-year-old daughter that lives with me refuses to tell me what she talked about with her therapist or what her issues are because she thinks that it's not my responsibility, but hers. What do I do? Respect her decision? Some things should be kept private? Maybe she just wants to have some privacy? As a racist, I get a lot of negative attitudes and bullying from people that are prejudiced towards racist. How can we give racism a good name again? And convince people that not all racists are bad? What if time stopped suddenly for 5 seconds? How would the stoppage of time be timed to 5 seconds without time? The question is self-contradictory. My 11-year-old son has been saying r/whoosh to me. When I ask what he means, he says, it's over my head. What does r/whoosh mean? I'm 19 years old and my parents are very strict and still spanked me. me. Is it normal? My parents want to come along with me during my honeymoon trip. They are overprotective towards me, and I fear that they won't even let me sleep with my wife. Either my dad will be in my room or my mother. I'm in a dilemma. Should I go for honeymoon? What is the early 2000s? These were the early 2000s. I gave my daughter's dog away when she went to college, and now she wants to see it. How do I prevent this? You can't. You kind of ruined it. You can try and get the dog back, but it's just not fair on the dog, is it? If Einstein was so smart, why did he die? Why are rainbows so magical and rare? Rainbows are not rare, nor are they magical. Yes, they are. Shut up. My 25-year-old son just got a job in engineering and is now discussing moving out in a few months. I took $8,000 out of his bank account to stop him from moving, and now there's a court case. How do I get custody of my son back? My mum has written down everything she spent on me, and she says when I'm an adult, I will have to pay everything back to her. If I don't, she will take me to court. Is this normal? I'm anti-gun, but want to be able to defend my family. Should an intruder break in? What weapon is best to keep by my bedside? Your best bet would be a semi-automatic assault cat. Allow me to explain. We all know that cats run towards the sound of a can opener. We also know that cats always land on their feet. Keep a can opener and the semi-automatic assault cat by your bed. In the event of a break-in, pick up the cat and throw it at the intruder's face. The cat will instinctively land with feet and claws out. Poor cat, then immediately scramble to get away. This will result in painful bleeding claw marks on the intruder's face. At this point, you reach over and run the can opener. The cat will run to the can opener and you, once again, pick up the No! It's just an infinite cycle. Maybe the cats like being thrown though. I know some fishes like being thrown. Like I've seen videos of a goldfish being chucked and then it comes back to the hand and then gets chucked. I don't know. You are sleeping with your partner and suddenly realize that he/she is a ghost. What would you do? I would start freaking out thinking, am I dead? And if I wasn't dead, I'd wonder, what is going on? My MacBook Air weighs 2.3 pounds. If I download more files on it, will it make it heavier? No. Is locking a 6-year-old child in the bathroom with a dictionary for an hour for each spelling word wrong abuse? Yes. I was sometimes kept in there for 3 hours. It illuminates. Illumination is its purpose. Guards gotta see into dark places, right? The fact that it's about 10 pounds of well-weighted aluminium in the shape of a baton is pure coincidence. If I should find myself attacked at night and I'm carrying that flashlight, it only makes sense to use it to defend myself, right? But I carry it for illumination. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Why do demons need blood to be summoned? Have I fallen in love with Python because she is beautiful? Python is like the obliging, efficient and caring wife. Ruby is like an awesome, magical and mysterious girlfriend. You may have feelings for Ruby, but once you're married to Python, you're never going to leave her. How can I help stop exploitation of giraffe women in human zoos? Don't go there. How do I force my son to risk his life for something he doesn't want to do? My son doesn't want to go into the military. He will be the only person in the family who hasn't served. How do I make him go? Do lesbians get periods? Oh, come on. Where the hell are you getting that question? My 18-year-old left home without authorization to get an apartment and now refuses to pay his daily parenting fees that he has been paying since he was 13 years old. How would I go about suing him? My husband and I want to give our daughter an allowance of $1,000 a month. A week. What? Is this too much money? She's 13 years old. We are very wealthy and lots of her friends get an allowance over $5,000 a week, so she's been very upset. We have a renter that's requesting some kind of repair every month for the last 3 years. It's getting frustrating. Every month they find something for us to fix and we use the rent money for repairs. How do I deal with this? I'm sorry, what? When was running invented? Quora said, running was invented in 1748 by Thomas Running when he tried to walk twice at the same time. Who is stronger than Saitama? Goku is about 2 trillion times stronger. Do sheep have hair or fur? Most sheep neither have hair nor fur, but wool. Is PewDiePie a boomer? No, boomers are born between the years 1946 and 1964. I just found out that my roommate owns a gun. It's legal, but I don't like it. How do I have it removed from the house? The police said they can't help. Why is it called a Green Reaper if it's black? I feel like I'm becoming evil. What is happening to me? Rest of society. It's almost rush hour. How many checkout operators will be rostered on today? Grocery store managers? Is there a number smaller than 0? If a girl told me that I'm her type, does that mean she might be interested? Pikachu may be the same type as Magneton, electric type, but that doesn't mean Pikachu wants to mate with Magnetons. So no, not necessarily. My daughter is 14 and still sleeps with and buys stuffed animals. How do I get her to stop? Dude, I'm a 16-year-old boy and I still sleep with a teddy bear. I use it because it supports my arm. I sleep on my side. Also, it's cute. Let your daughter live. She could be 50 and sleep with a stuffed toy and it still wouldn't matter. How do I learn coding in a single night? Pack a laptop and travel to the North Pole in the beginning of winter. You'll have 6 months of night to learn coding. Once there, really just Google it. There are tons of excellent tutorials on the web. Would it be immoral to raise a baby to believe they're growing up in the 90s by only exposing them to 90s media and telling them the year is 1998, and then one day when they're a bit older just expose them to present day media and convince them they were asleep for a long time but didn't age? Yeah, this person should not be a parent. How does Scooby-Doo and the gang have enough money to travel the world and solve mysteries for free? The a-hole answer: it's a cartoon, idiot. The smoker answer: Shaggy is a drug dealer. Cynical answer: Shaggy is a drug dealer. The optimistic: Shaggy is a business. Shaggy is a practical. The gang probably charges a fee for their services. The real answer: Shaggy is definitely a drug dealer. My 15-year-old son keeps asking for a bedroom door. I keep telling him that's when he's on his own. He can how do I make him stop asking me? These have to be fake. I can't imagine parents being like this or just being this controlling. Maybe some, but not many. It's like 0.1%. Real mathematicians: I have 5 live cows and then I multiply them by 0. How then do you come up and tell me that I end up with 0? Where did the 5 go? My 16-year-old daughter is angry with me because I won't let her go to prom. Is this wrong of me? First off, why would you do that? Your daughter has every right to be angry with you. Because what the hell? Because you make so many memories in prom. I don't think that's the reason. I hope you are ready for the AI-dominated future. Can you melt eggs? Yes, an egg can be melted. This is hilarious. Quora CEO'd themselves to the top of every search result and is now serving ChatGPT answers on their page. So that's propagating to the answer Google gives. The internet is dire. Is it possible for a soccer player to mold his hair in a way so he can hold the ball and have it balance on his head and just run into the goal? Anything is possible, but would it score a point? They should do this. They should basically shave a massive circle in between their head, in the middle of their head, have it grow all long, then make it into a massive circular mohawk thing. And then you get the ball in that hole and you just sprint. Your hair still has nerves. Hair doesn't have nerves, which is why haircuts don't hurt. Metric system didn't get you to the moon though, did it? Well, Apollo source code has been released and guess what? It's meters. Pretty sure humans are not animals. What else would we be? I don't know, maybe humans. Apparently a mineral or a vegetable, duh. How to build a cat in Minecraft? They do know that a cat doesn't have a bone in its tail, right? It absolutely does. I want this man's confidence. This is bad English. Them in that sentence implies there is more than one person. You can refer to a singular person as they/them. That's basic grammar. He/she or their name. Knife homicides per capita. US 4.9. UK 3.2. Well, maybe because the population is 4.9 times the size of the UK. The US and the UK have the same amount of people per million people. Wildlife biologist here. The people are way too close. A black bear with cubs can be very aggressive, and what she will/won't tolerate isn't always clear. If she hurts someone, the state will euthanize her, and her cubs will either starve or, if caught, spend their lives in cages. You do realize a black bear will mostly just charge, right? Very rarely will they ever attack. As for the people, the bear clearly understood that they weren't a threat to them. Literally mansplaining to a wildlife biologist about wildlife. But sir, you used the whole bag of flour. Flour? No bro, it's flour. How? Is it a flower? Quicker doesn't refer to speed. The word you're looking for is faster. Quicker synonyms: faster, spreer, nimbler, readier, speedier. Not sure what you're trying to prove here. You're showing me symptoms, not definitions. It's like 1 mile equals 1.5 kilometers. Not that accurate. Maybe 1 mile 1.6 km? Bro, a mile is a longer distance than a kilometer. Just a reminder that a volcano in Greece has put more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere in 24 hours than humans have in our entire existence. Not even slightly true. Actually it is. Did the math myself. Double checked. Thanks though. Today's been equally helpful for everyone to make sure that you and people like you are not on their lists. 0.003. Was that the score on your math test? If my math test had 300 million questions and I only got 1 million right, then yes. Thanks for overconfidently repeating the same mistake again, proving my point. Finally got a script for ADHD meds, and holy, is this what it's like to be able to think straight? What? You can gain the same effects by abstaining from processed foods. Wrong. Women shouldn't be allowed an opinion on sporting matters. You're an idiot. How much do you think a person should be ideally saving out of a monthly paycheck? And I have to take a class to learn how to spell right. It's paycheck. A paycheck, also spelled paycheck. Paycheck or paycheck. ADHD is a part of the autism spectrum, so if you have ADHD, you're technically autistic. Girl, no it's not. It's 100% Nintendo's fault, using something not related to try and justify their greed. Trump just added 46% tariffs to the country they are made on. Go learn how tariffs actually work, then come back. Elon is from South Africa. That is a continent, not a country. That's like saying you're from East Africa. What? What did I just say? It's like saying you're from East Canada. It's not a bear. But pandas are part of the bear family. Oh no, they are not. Pandas are part of the panda family. Pandas are their own species, not related to bears at all. Dogs are closer related to bears. This guy's trolling. They don't look like twins to me. My twins don't look alike either. Not all twins are identical. That's kind of the whole point of twins. Otherwise, it's just your sibling. Crybabies, it's summertime. It's normal people. Temperatures are running 15 to 20 degrees above season normal. In other words, this isn't normal. You can just drink Diet Coke instead of water. I've drank 6 to 8 cans a day for 15 years, no problem. Thinking aspartame is bad for you. It's just pseudoscience cope. I mean, yeah, you can. I can drink 6 to 8 bottles of bleach. Doesn't mean it's good for me though. I want to quote some lines from a movie. How do I cite them? Not to be picky, but it's sight. Sight is what your eyes have. No. Georgia isn't even in Europe. It's in America. Well, we're definitely in Europe and hopefully soon in EU. But I'd not mind if we were in the USA. Both works for me. No, Georgia is USA. So Chess tweeted this as a joke, accepting new name ideas for this piece. This guy commented, rename the bishop and watch people leave your already dying board game. Women lose their autism after pregnancy, so take off your rose glasses. How does that work? Hormones change and the brain changes also. What? You changed. Bro, you broke my heart. Broked. Past tense. How's that X chromosome feel? All humans have at least one? Women don't, moron. Go talk to an American in real life. You're going to look really stupid when you realize we're not as dumb as you think. No, it's you're associated with the people I'm addressing. Girls can't be colorblind, but they can. No. Wow, you're so smart. Got your degree from Wikipedia? Girls can be colorblind. It's not as common, but it's not impossible. No, they can't. Timing? You mean timing? Who's your favorite North American hip-hop artist? J. Cole, Jay-Z, Drake? Other, tag them. North American? Drake is from Canada. It's up north, but not America. Damn, why didn't I think of that? You should have. Maybe taking you out of private education wasn't the best idea. All I see is an infinite XP glitch. And it's actually a not an. Get it correct? It is an, bro. Did you pass 4th grade? You get it correct. It's an, not a. Wilted rose. I don't know what stresses me out more. The fact that 26% somehow got 13, or the fact that the correct answer isn't even an option. It's 10. It's not. It should be 16. We read left to right and it makes no sense to make math this stupidly frustrating. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 times 4, 16. Don't forget your Adam's apple, ma'am. Can't change your DNA. Everyone has an Adam's apple. You need to go back to anatomy class. Prehistoric Spanish Stonehenge re-emerges from a reservoir amid drought conditions. It's a reservoir. When a child first sets foot in school, he is presented with a globe, books on dinosaurs, stories of the moon landing, photos of the Titanic. The brainwashing starts early. Revolution. America literally defeated you in the Revolutionary War. Delete this. If you can't see it, you're lost. You're lost? Please attempt better grammar. But what you guys put out there isn't quite animation. They're just cartoons. Who's gonna tell this guy that cartoons can be animated? Let me tell you something, Junior. When I say animation, I'm referring to the quality of the overall content. In other words, Minions and stuff like that is just cartoons. Miyazaki is animation. Yes, because even if we disregard non-human cells in the body like bacteria, most human cells by number are mature red blood cells, which do not have a nucleus and therefore no DNA. You think red blood cells are actually cells? Yeah. Are you suggesting that they are not? They aren't by definition. They don't have organelles and a nucleus, and they don't divide. It's literally just an oxygen transport. If someone puts down a +4 card, you must draw 4 and your turn is skipped. You can't put down a +2 to make the next person draw 6. We know you've tried it. What about a +4 on a +4? No. You don't know how to play the game right. They actually don't. Only eat recommended serving sizes for a day. Dude, you're using the wrong measuring cups. You're using the wrong UR in your comment. So are you. Learned. How can you be a professional writer and not spell check? Learned is a real word. Both are the past tense of learn. No, it is not. Get yourself a damn dictionary and stop making stuff up. The higher the FPS, the smoother it is. Why wouldn't you want that? What's with Fortnite guys and everything being smooth? 24 FPS adds intensity to a clip. That's why the moves are edited in 24 frames per second. Plus, some people people like the look. Yeah, but movies are hours long, so they don't have enough time to do 60 frames every second. And it doesn't add intensity, it just makes it choppy for no reason. Bro, you do realize that is not the reason why they don't make movies in 60 FPS. Yes, it is, because if the movie is 2 hours long and you change it from 24 to 60 FPS, it will be 2.5 times longer, and people won't want to watch a 5-hour movie. This is not a funny picture. So tired of people bashing our president. Hey, not bashing Trump. It's a picture of the guy from Tiger King on Netflix. The country of Georgia? Do you really expect us to take our information from someone who doesn't know the difference between a state and a country? The country of Georgia, a country in Europe, existed before the American state of Georgia. Look it up. Even if there is a country called Georgia, I doubt it's older than the US. If a man has evolved from monkeys, maybe say 5,000 to 10,000 years ago, then why are monkeys still there on Earth? Darwin theory was a total time pass. I love Twitter. If we didn't have Twitter, we wouldn't get tweets like this. Crashing a satellite into an asteroid moon is one thing, because it will affect it. But if we did the more sensible thing and launched a nuke at it, that would definitely either move it or destroy it. Sorry, that affects company profits. Effects? Nope. Effect is most commonly used as a noun meaning a result or consequence. Good try though. All I have ever wanted from a yogurt is to know who the cows are. Notice how they named all the cows traditionally girls' names? There is a deep connection between misogyny and consuming animals. I feel like yogurt from a bull wouldn't taste quite right. Right to the voice of the unheard. Martin Luther King would not agree. All they do is cause a situation worse. That's a quote directly from him. Bro, get a life. You're 23. You are? Trust me, I'm an English major. How is $5 a day ridiculous? That's roughly $20 per month for 2 meals a day. Sounds like a bargain to me. It took Skyrim players nearly 15 years to discover the ingenious loot hack that completely... Skyrim just turned 13, you uncultured swines. 14? It's 2025, bro. Skyrim came out 11/11/11. If you're gonna insult people, at least come correct. My helmet only works if 75% of bicycles wear them. Wrong analogy. Try this one instead. Not driving while drunk works best if others also don't drive while drunk. We are just an advanced breed of monkeys on a minor planet of a very average star. But we can understand the universe. That makes us very special. That's the saddest part about believing in the theory of evolution. You believe we're nothing more than monkeys. So sad. You can't be Spanish. No one is. I'm not Spanish, honey. No one is. First of all, Spanish is a language, not a nationality. No, you can be Spanish. You can be a Spaniard. We need to go back to throwing all heathens with these false scientific ideas in jail. Science is the scourge to facts. Science is literally the pursuit of facts. Science says the moon is made out of rock. You know any rocks that glow? Yeah, but that is irrelevant in that the moon does not glow in the strict sense of the term. It reflects light from the sun. Wrong again! 1000. Are you dumb, bro? It says millipede, not centipede. The song is gonna be on an animated movie. Something like Hotel Transylvania. Mock my words. You mean Mark? Close. People don't understand that you don't have to be from a Latin American country to be Latino. For example, I am Irish American, but I identify as a Latina because I love really hard. If you got me, that's not how it works. It's an attitude more than anything. The UK and Ireland are not part of North Europe. Yes, they are. Me and my twin in the 80s. My twin and I is the correct way to state that. Correction. Counting votes after election day is a radical idea, never done before. It's literally been done in almost every single election. I don't know about California, but normally dry ice bombs are illegal to make. It's liquid nitrogen, but yeah, it's still illegal in California. And what do you think dry ice is made from? Dry ice is made of carbon dioxide, CO2, you idiot. If wireless PCs existed, we could literally take them anywhere and use them to be even more productive than having to plug it into a socket all the time. You mean a laptop? I think I said PCs very clearly. Thank God streetcars are mostly abandoned. Cars times 10 improvement over streetcars. More freedom and autonomy. To be honest, freedom and autonomy aren't words that come to mind when I'm stuck in a traffic jam. Nobody forces you to be stuck in a traffic jam. You can almost move to anywhere if you've got a car. Try that with a streetcar. Try driving where you want in New York City sometime. Or London. You'll be stuck in traffic. I remember over this New Year's, I stupidly decided to get a taxi home and it took hours. I should have just got the train. It was a horrible idea. I thought it would have been quicker. My friend, look at this nice picture of whales. Me. Actually, those are sheep. Thinking of the time 5 years ago when I had a crush on a guy who took me out to get a coffee and he said, "Coffee is a diuretic." And I nodded and he was like, "You know what diuretic means, right?" I confidently replied, "Yeah, it means it gives you diarrhea." Okay, what is the significance of this? I don't even know what this means. I'm looking it up right now. Actually, I don't even want to know because I'm never going to use this word. Actually, knowledge is power and I want to be powerful. Wait, hold on. Diuretic. It's just a substance that increases your production to piss. Hello, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Cucumber and cream cheese is nice if you're a vegan. Is cheese not a no-no for vegans? I said cream cheese, not cheese. Every book which was every book. Consider shortening this phrase. The ADHD iceberg. What people think ADHD is. Troubled focusing. Fidgeting. What ADHD actually not real, poorly raised, just kind of dumb. For attention, fake illness. Excuse to abuse stimulants made up. 115 kilograms, 253 pounds, pause deadlift. Body weight doesn't count. 90 kg max, unless you seriously have it being unbalanced. Fact, if the Earth was 10 feet closer to the sun, we would all burn up, and if it was 10 feet further, we would freeze to death. That's crazy. I know. To anyone wondering, that's not true. Earth's orbit is elliptical, and the distance from the sun varies from around 147 million to 152 million kilometers on any given year. Every star has a habitable zone that is affected by the size of the star and its intensity. The sun's habitable zone is 0.95 AU to 1.37. An AU is the Earth's average distance from the sun, 93 million miles. So the Earth's orbit could decrease by 4.5 million miles, or increase by 34 million miles and still be in the habitable zone. This guy has been waiting for this moment his entire life. He waited his entire life to show that he cannot do basic math. 2686 plus 2.14 equals 29. Pi is 3.14. You're the one who can't do basic math. Looks like a mauler duck, not a bird. Ducks are birds. Nobody calls a duck a bird. Yeah, they do. And even if they didn't, it doesn't mean they aren't a bird. What exactly about a duck makes it not a bird? So you walk around calling birds ducks and ducks birds? Is that what I'm understanding? Ducks can survive in water full time. Birds can't. 1 star. Please don't list a recipe as non-dairy showing it calls for 8 eggs, with a picture showing eggs as well. Why did you say Taipei? It's called Taiwan. Taipei is the capital of Taiwan. How did you become colorblind since women are not colorblind by birth? Actually, that's a myth. Women can be born colorblind. It's just more rare for them to be red-green colorblind. Not a myth, because I have been to the doctors and have colorblind children. You definitely need to have passed English and maths, not just for university, but for any future job. Is this comment satire? I can't tell. If not, you spelled past as past in the context of your sentence. I've made a huge mistake. A couple, in fact. It is an huge mistake, even though mistake starts with an M. Also, you missed the full stop to end the sentence. There's an argument that have is unnecessary, so it would be, I made an huge mistake. But then we're getting into the weeds with tenses. On today's episode of People Correcting Other People Incorrectly. Historically Native Americans, but okay. Yeah, Vikings were here before them, so Vikings 1000 AD versus Native American ancestors 13,000 BC. So nearly right. They're not that hard to use. Learning the difference between there and there isn't that hard either. Spanish and Dutch are European. Dutch is Spanish isn't. Spain is in Europe. Wrong again, it's in South America. Oh boy, okay buddy. People are idiots. My neighbor's kid just tried to tell me that bats are mammals. Mammals don't fly. We walk and are confined to the ground. No wonder my family in Sweden thinks Americans are dumb. You guys need to educate your kids better. Bats are birds. I've been explaining this to people for almost 50 years. There's no such thing as selective breeding. If you started tens of thousands of years ago or hundreds of thousands of years ago with only wolves, then if you breed a wolf to a wolf, you will get... I think I've read this before. Me. Correct me if I'm wrong. The internet. Sir, we will correct you even if you're right. These photos are real. They were taken minutes ago in Westport. 100% aliens. Someone call NASA. Time to panic. I love you, Mom. Just call me. I'll do something. I'll talk to the aliens. Dear Plexiglass, thank you for protecting me from the cashier who just touched every single item I'll be taking home with me. The plexiglass is for them, not you. You see one cashier. The cashier sees 100 anti-mask morons. Why would anyone assume it's for you? Hey, Starbucks, instead of hiring 10,000 refugees, how about hiring 10,000 veterans? We're very committed to hiring veterans, Mark. We've set a goal to hire 10,000 by 2018, and we've already hired 8,000. Okay, Mark, I want to see you hire a bunch of veterans now. I'm not a politician, but consider myself not bad on brain cells. But what if the federal government gave every man, woman, and child $1 million and told them to stay home for a year? That's 37 million more, or less, much less than their stupid aid programs that's going to cost 100 billion. Your math is way off. That would cost the government 37 trillion. Please tell me how my math is off. There are 37 million people in Canada, give or take. If you gave each of them $1 million, it would cost the government $37 trillion, not 37 million. No, it wouldn't. All hail Megatron. Wait, he's the president of the United States? This is me and my friend's future in 10 years. You guys become Transformers? Mom, I'm the Barbie. Of course you are, sweetie. Dad, I'm Optimus Prime. You can be Bumblebee. I'm Optimus Prime. Someone took out the Transformer in downtown. A group of Turkish engineers just turned a BMW into a fully functioning Transformer. How long did this take? Humans communicating with Transformers 2019 colorized. Stop dying every Transformers series. Whoa, this looks hard. The taste of Dark Energon was sweet, and the power it conveyed was mighty. There was not enough. It's candy, Starscream. No, it's not. Humans with Autobots. Please, humans, we just want to make up for the harm we've caused for your kind. No, how can we trust you? You're one of them. Humans with Decepticons. Megatron at the end of every Transformers movie. I got one more in me. It's all good, sweetheart. You don't have to worry about me. Sweetheart, is it okay if I call you that? You can call me anything you like. Okay, Optimus Prime. Describe how the Transformer works. Optimus Prime's reaction. Well done. A+ for you, human. The way 2020 is going, I'm not buying no PS5. That's probably a Decepticon. You told those humans about my plan? Randomly thinking about that time, the Autobots forgot their best disguise was turning into cars. 10-year-old me, whenever I see a truck, come on, transform into Optimus Prime. Wow, he's literally me. And another way of saying, wow, he's literally me. Megatron, we need a truce. All I want is to be back in charge. Optimus, found this in my fridge. What the hell is this? I didn't choose the Transformers meme life. The Transformers meme life chose me. This is what happens in my head when I see a picture of two cons running on sand. The Decepticons are so heartless and cruel. How could they kill a surrendering enemy begging for his life like that? So justified. I heard you like to make new Transformer memes. I do. Here is the meme I'm currently working on. Cancellation confirmed. It's over, Prime. I've cancelled Prime. I used Prime to destroy the Prime. Optimus sure took a beating there. It's a good thing Perceptor is there to patch him up. I'm gonna make you mine. Oh my god, yes! Transformers is funny because it seems to be a simple niche interest, but in reality, it's like if your Hot Wheels came with Greek mythology. When you see a spider, ah! Cade buys Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime, I don't want to play with you anymore. Sometimes I think about Optimus having one of these attached to him, and they're just giving other Autobots rides if they're lazy or tired. Piggyback rides, Auto Edition. Your dreams have come true. It actually happened. Parents having an intense argument. The children. Why is he saying it like he got caught saying a slur? Some of my best friends are human. Alt mode. Compact car. Transformation. Gone wrong. The Transformer died mid-transformation. What's with Optimus somehow ending up in chains lately? He's just freaky like that. Optimus Prime is in the top 3 of coldest fictional characters ever. When you pass someone and have to see if they look as dumb as they drive. Megatron do Fortnite dance? Transformers 10 leaked screenshot. How tall is Optimus Prime? 1 foot 7 inches. Optimus when he gets hit in the movies. Megatron when he gets hit in the movies. Bro, we definitely did well without any major losses. Definitely. Bro, we did pretty good both financially and review-wise. Nice, dude. Does anyone know what those blade things on Optimus Prime's head are called? I have no idea. A Transformers how-to guide. Autobots. Optimus Prime. First off, dem hips. Leader, role model, model. Voice causes... okay. Making allies. Being petty to anyone with the nerve to exist near you. Why don't you like Megatron? Therapist. Slavformers aren't real. They can't hurt you. Slavformers. No, it's terrible. There are too many explosions and Sam is a little baby and nobody looks like they did when I grew up. What a fun movie. Optimus arriving on Earth. We must protect the humans. Humans. Kidnap Sam and Bumblebee. Optimus for the next 5 movies. At 50, I won't start my day without these critical stretches first. Forward fold, shoulder stand. Bow pose, the hangover. They got the Transformers in the riot. Tesla updated with self-defense mode, where they transform into anthropomorphic battle robots. Just lost power, like electricity or your chakra or something. My vibe was so disgusting it blew up a nearby Transformer, wishing Megatron a speedy recovery. When you download your favorite game again, after years and it gives you a tutorial, did you forget who I am? This isn't hiding. For Optimus it is hiding from himself. Emo truck. Optimus Prime's depressed brother. This man tattooing KSI all over his body Bumblebee 160 plus times, told us he won't stop until he gets a call from the YouTube star. Show this to Optimus Prime and he would never have a speech about hope for humanity ever again. Optimus is, who wrote this? Whoever wrote this, they should have signed off and, done what I'm thinking and probably what you're thinking. Transformers in the early 2000s. Ah, wow, Megatron looks so cool. And new every 2 years, 2015 to 2021. If we make Arky parts form, she can look exactly like she did in the G1 show. Look, it's Bumblebee. Wow, look, it's Jazz. Optimus Prime, after brutally murdering 4 Decepticons in the most unnecessarily gruesome way possible, and then immediately giving a speech about being strong and more than what meets the eye. Autism crime. Why is this guy so unbelievably massive? Like, what is his problem? Leave him alone. Optimus Prime riding Dinobot. Your argument is invalid. 10-year-old me, every time I see a yellow Chevy Camaro. Come on, turn into a Bumblebee. We can't deny that Optimus Prime has the coolest lines. This was our finest hour. Freedom is a right of all sentient beings. You may lose your faith in us, but never in yourselves. In the name of freedom, we take the battle to them. Hey, Transformers fandom, you're welcome. In the beginning, there was some goddamn peace and quiet. Then Primus said, let there be Rodimus. I'm kind of lonely. We're here for you. I feel completely lonely. We're here for you. Soundwave, Megatron, the Decepticons, Starscream, 4K Fatimus Prime GIF. I don't know his real name. I couldn't finish Transformers 4. His name is the Fat Ballerina. What would Starscream be called if he became a Prime? Black holes are born when a star screams. Black hole singularity. Singularis Prime. Are you a robot? I'm not a robot, because you're using a human hand. Decepticons, transform and rise up. Our favorite Transformer. You know why. A Transformer mixed with Hulk from the Avengers. Oh, sorry. I meant Huck from the Avengers. Avengers. I don't trust the new printer at work. I think it's a Decepticon. I'm in my prime. The prime that I'm in. His name is Mirage. A new Autobot makes his debut as a legendary Porsche 911. Let me guess, non-binary? I was frantically looking for Shockwave and genuinely forgot that I crucified him on my door. His speech game was so fire. Man would have kid me ready to gear up and defend Earth. I think if there is ever an alien invasion, we need his speeches. Someone needs to be Optimus Prime. I love Transformers fans because they say things like, ooh, this is my sweet baby boy, please protect him at all costs. Except they're talking about a 5 million year old war criminal that turns into a tank and committed a genocide or two. I got this screen cap ages ago and it looks like they're playing tag in the silo. Optimus looks like he's going for a calm morning jog, and then there's Ratchet. You do not suggest that Megatron would speak falsehoods? Watch Transformers only for the action and forget the characters' names. Watch Transformers for its characters and lore. Non-Transformers fan. When you play Minecraft after 6 years and it starts to give you a tutorial, did you forget who I am? Autobots, roll out. I pollinate crops and make honey. I also pollinate crops, but don't make honey. I pollinate crops and eat bugs that harm crops, but everyone calls me a dick. I'm an Autobot and helped save the world. I sued humanity and smashed a human woman. Who would win? Feared Decepticon Warlord. One blankety boy. I swear, whenever Optimus Prime is at like a specific angle, his hips get bigger.
Why do milking stools only have 3 legs, Megatron? Tell me, Prime. Because the cow has the udder.
This design is so ugly, it doesn't even look like it can transform into anything. I can't believe so many people assumed this show would be bad just because of the art style. This looks awful, what the hell? These movies are awful. The designs are too complicated, and all the plot just revolves around collecting MacGuffins. Whoa, best show. The bird keeps itself in the air by sheer force of anger alone. Me and my boys hanging out before going back to war. This community is protected. Neighborhood watch. They're protected by the Autobots. Come on, light our darkest hour. I know they're overdone, but personally I'm a big fan of fish out of water scenarios with aliens, and that's why nothing will be as funny to me as Transformers confusing cars for people when they first arrive on Earth. Megatron fails to notice that the speechless crowd he just recited his intimidating villain speech to is actually just a supermarket parking lot. Bumblebee, seeing all the Autobots from the first movie team dying around him, I'm beginning to see a pattern here and I'm not sure I like. Decepticons, just minding their own business. Optimus, wow, that's so weird, they just disappeared. Make a funny caption for this photo. Optimus Prime Prime pyramids. I thought you were here to stop the Decepticons, not take a history class. When they were little girls, they decided that they would be best friends forever. A whale never forgets a promise. I don't think I've seen Art of an Old Mermaid. Mermatron? Mergranny? I love it. This is really amazing, but I have to say I read Mermatron, not as Mermatron, but as Mermatron. And I was just like, Mermatron? Auto whales? Swim out. My brain is ruined, I'm sorry. Two guys had a breakup and made it everyone's problem. Good stuff, Optimus Prime. Great stuff. Optimus Prime in angry mode. My soul has ascended. Optimus Prime in angry protective dad mode. Guys, I found Loki in Transformers Pride. Soundwave exists. Megatron, incredible job. The Autobots and Decepticons stand around in a circle in an empty Detroit parking lot, yelling but not fighting. In the center of the circle, Blitzwing and Bumblebee Fortnite dancing at each other, making up. You killed the other Primes. Sentinel Prime. Optimus Prime in 2024. America. I need assistance. How unfortunate. Now that's just rude. Me. Soundwave is just a hardworking single father. Change my mind. I love competitive pooping, and so do they. Good morning. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord Optimus Prime? Nah. It was this expression of pure shock over what his friend did that broke me. Right, he never even looks at the arm that got blown off in injury. His eyes just stayed on him until the end. Why did they remove all his cuteness? What if Transformers, like, only partially transformed to escape a conversation? Did they mean partially? Like, just bear with me for a moment. Imagine Ultra Magnus telling Rodimus off for something, and Rodimus's head just slowly descends into his chest cavity. Is that? It is Optimus Prime. Why does robot look so mad? Midlife crisis? Yeah, I'd have a crisis too if my life was mid. Ordering from Amazon versus ordering from Wish. We got Bumblebee and Hornet. Imagine just driving around and a big robot jumps out of nowhere and tells your car to square up, and your car says, alright, bet. Megatron, I need the Allspark. Where have you hidden it? Suspiciously cube-shaped Optimus Prime. Transformers, you don't want to know what this one turns into. Not funny, didn't laugh. Tracking your IP and plotting revenge. You broke my toy. Babadatron. This is the best pumpkin pie decoration ever. Twink death is a terrifying thing. Hey, it's me, God. Listen, if you want to go to heaven, you have to stop adamantly defending this movie that you know is objectively bad. No, this movie wasn't bad. Transformers fans. I can't believe Bayformers made all these characters really conspicuous supercars. What happened to robots in disguise? Also Transformers fans. So this is my ideal alt mode for Hound. We didn't care if it made sense or not. Transformers Rise of the Beasts. No fee, no download. How I imagine Megatron and Soundwave. Throwback to BotCon 2014, when my mum got Optibotimus's autograph for me. Exclusive, Godzilla vs. Kong, likely the latest tentpole to go to a streamer. Optimus Prime with 4,000 votes. You guys will never guess what poll this guy won. I don't want to know. What people think Transformers looks like. What EE student thinks it looks like. The CGI was too good for 2007. It had me thinking my mum's car was low-key alive. The Virgin Optimus Prime leads a team of repair bots, blames himself for everything. Kicked out of the Autobot Academy. Ultra Magnus told him he isn't a hero. Simps for a spider. The Chad Sentinel Prime, second in command of the Elite Guard, blames himself for nothing. Graduated from the Autobot Academy. Takes over while Ultra Magnus is gone. Hates spiders. Why did you fight for the Autobots? I love war. Before leg day and after leg day. Mum, can we get Transformers? No, we have Transformers at home. Transformers at home. Her, you must be both from my past and my future if you think we're getting together. Me. Screw zodiac signs. Which Prime has the best melee weapon? Megatron is in quarantine, which means that I, Starscream, am now leader of the Decepticons. Dude was beating Megatron so bad while talking his smack, they had to make it a 3v1 to even it up. He's him. I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message to any surviving Autobots taking refuge among the stars. We are here. We are waiting. A Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover movie is finally happening. What's your worst driving fear? That the Transformer will transform while I'm driving, and my hands will get pinched in there. Not that you'll get crushed, just your hands getting pinched. I have some questions. Girl, a Transformer spun out while doing the splits. Turned on both blinkers. It obviously got sliced in half by a dude with a giant sword. The wife got half the car in the divorce. While you're young, you may think that when you're 30 plus, you will naturally gravitate away from fandom. What's more realistic is that your dear online friend that writes Transformers smut will help you format your resume. When your Transformer has a learning disability, know your bees. Honeybee, Bumblebee. Idiot with wings. Optimus Prime. Prime, Optimus Non-Prime.
I am Optimus Non-Prime.
1 star for Transformers Dark of the Moon. The best part of Transformers 3 is when the villain begs for his life and Optimus Prime shoots him in the head. Transformers robots earned it. I'm glad there's no disguised robots in our house, Dad. Me too, son. He'll never know. Can't take our team leader anywhere. Acting like he's dead in front of all these kids. This is brilliant, me. But I like this. Chuck Norris once urinated in a semi-truck's gas tank as a joke. That truck is now known as Optimus Prime. You look tired, bro. You should take a sip from the Transformers tiki mugs. Things that this is. A licensed Disney Donald Duck toy. A Transformer. Halloween themed. On vacation to the beach. Transformer not safe for work. You got a message from... Yeah, I think God is right to message you. So you know how some sins are unforgivable? A photographer took pictures of people before and after she called them beautiful. Nerdatrons. Shut up. Transformers. Level London. You mean Doctor Who? Since when is this more attractive than this? The storm has already blown several Transformers. Lucky them. Meanwhile, outside LaBouf's residence. That's why I haven't been seeing him in any new movies. Someone said in this bar that RoboCop should be canonically a Transformer and his name should be changed to Stopimus Crime. I'm now laughing into my chin. Invest. Transformers Pokemon, constantly relying on Generation 1 nostalgia. Can someone please explain what this is and where it comes from? Transformers has a lot of quotable lines, especially from the animated movie, but I've heard it said that we only gain wisdom through suffering, and tonight I intend to make you very wise. It's so raw and needs to be more appreciated. If you say anything homophobic in June, this truck comes out of nowhere and crushes you like that bus crushed... I don't know what this reference is, but I downloaded this meme for one simple thing. Optimus Pride. Feel old yet? The Terminator. 38 years. I remember watching that when I was 4, then Commando, saw Transformers the movie in the theater. You guys grew up watching Pixar, and I grew up watching RoboCop. Permission to change Are You Satan to Are You Megatron? Wait, I just realized this is not even a Transformers meme. Oh. Anyway.